You might be too.
Norman Cianchetti says hi from Nebraska. Edward says it's 11 p.m. in Pennsylvania mountains.
Oh,
wow.
That's terrific.
Getting late.
So we'll come around to the mouth of the Trommel again and we'll show you what kind of material we're running through. Nice big foots here. We've got some broken off bedrock. And the beautiful thing about this machine is we can run unclassified material. So a lot of big cobbles. And because the centrifuge is not too long, that means we can run this heavy material and we can still be recovering a lot of gold. So it's good. But thank you all so much for your comments. And we got so many people tuning in from around the world, and you guys are being so supportive and very, very happy. And I'm just glad to have you guys here. And I'm glad to have Camera Girl here. She's helping out today. So that's terrific. And guys, check out Camera Girl's channel. It's called Nervous Rider. And she does equestrian, working with horse behaviors. And if you want to know anything about horses, you're more than welcome to ask Nervous Rider here, Camera Girl, about that, and she's happy to answer you as well. So
whatever I can tell you, I'm not a technical person. I'm a realist.
There we go.
Okay. So we've got Ray Pittman from Ohio.
Wow, awesome.
Neil Thomas says the USA is a big mess. Oh, I think the whole world's a big mess. It's okay. We find some gold. Everyone will feel better.
That's right.
Inspector Gadget. Oh, I love that cut-in. Says, are you guys in Australia?
I'll leave that up for you to decide. If you think we are, then that's probably where we are.
Frank Biz says, hello, I'm wishing you all the best from North Carolina.
North Carolina. We've got North Carolina in the house. So I'll tell you something. I'm from North Carolina. What part of North Carolina are you from?
Tyson Mitchell says it looks like fun.
Thank you.
JP said, have you found any uranium? I'm looking for like a pound or two.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think I can help you, my kind sir.
Okay. Roger, I'm going to have to say bye to you. Sorry.
Yes, we can't have that.
Sorry,
here.
Roger. Yeah. Damon says, did you build that machine?
I certainly did. Thank you for the question. All right.
And out of recyclable materials as well.
Yes, and a lot of that was funded by Nervous Rider here, Camera Girl. So I'm very, very happy. And I'm just appreciating all the wonderful good luck I've had along the way in building this, and everyone coming in today too. So you guys are a big part of this.
And yeah,
I'm happy.
Zakan says, is it gold searching? Yes, it is. It is
Absolutely.
Looking for gold. Russian and Tucker, I remember you guys from yesterday. Bonjour from Bayer Cajun Country. Ryder Foster, how do I get started? That's a good question.
Yep. So the way you get started is you want to be looking at an area that is historically known to have gold. That's where you want to first start. But the next place you want to start is get yourself a gold pan, just like this one down here. So we'll just show the gold pan there. This is a Garrett Super Sluice, and that's a nice big pan. It's a good one to start with. Get yourself a good, solid pan. That's my best recommendation. Thank you for the question. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and run just a little bit of the tailings here.
Get a look from, what's it like here? Tyson Mitchell says, looks like fun from New Zealand. Kia ora.
If you want to sit on this thing, you can. Okay.
That's all right. Oh, yeah, I think that's probably a bit easy to do.
Yep.
Okay. Edward Villas says, I don't know if I can find gold here in Florida. There probably is gold there, Eduardo. It's probably just, you'd have to go out a little bit out of the cities and things, I'd say. Florida would have gold. There's gold all over the planet. It just might not be concentrated like some other places.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Good thinking.
Stu Padasi says, hi from New Jersey. I tried panning here, nothing much at all. Don't give up, Stu, because initially we tried panning here too, and we didn't get anything at all either for a while because we didn't know where to look. So
it took a long time.
Don't give up.
That's right. Don't give up.
E equals MC squared says, love from the Midwest Nebraska. Ed Buzz says, gold for the gods.
Wow. Thank you.
Adge Molina says, Texas here. JP, Marlon Fisher says, I lived in Cherokee, North Carolina for a while.
Cherokee, North Carolina. I think I've been there as a kid one time. Very cool. Very pretty place.
Jeffrey Justice says, show the gold. We will get to that. It takes a bit of time to get to that. So this is the process you have to go through to get to the gold.
Yes, thank you.
We've got Aussie Babe who says, hi guys. Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
Lisa Kendall says, Kentucky.
Kentucky? Wow. Excellent. We got Kentucky in the house. We got all the world in the house. Thank you so much.
Dale Fitzgerald asks, how old are you guys? Old. I'm old.
I'm about 130. Does anyone, now, I want to ask this question. Do we have anybody in the house that rides horses? I want to know this one.
Stu asks, how much do you normally find in a day?
Sometimes it varies, but it just,
Sometimes nothing.
sometimes you don't find anything.
For days on end, it can be days on end.
Exactly.
And then you can have a big washout in the creek and you can find a heap of stuff just lying in the riffles. Just depends on the weather and how fast the water flows when it does flow. So it can be very different each day.
That's exactly right.
Have you ever found a dinosaur fossil while hunting for gold? Alex
Dinosaur
Chambers asks.
fossil? Oh, that's a good question. I don't think I have, but I've seen some very strange things over the years when doing gold.
Actually, you did. You found one of those. Remember those round things from those little shell things?
Okay.
You found one of them once that was in one of the rocks out here, but
Okay. I don't quite remember, but yeah, you're probably right. I think I did. Come to think of it.
John Marta says, I'm guessing this is what the gold rush looked like. Yeah, probably something similar, but not with the power that we've got here. They used rocker boxes and cradle boxes back in the day and sluices. And it would have been very hustling and bustling when the gold rush was happening. This would have been, you know, the place to be.
Oh, yes.
People coming from all over the world, all the way over to find things. And
Exactly.
some people found nothing and some people found a lot.
Yeah.
Made their whole life out of it.
Oh, yes.
Jeffrey Justice says, this is like watching grass grow. Do you know what? I actually do watch grass grow quite often. Because I have horses, I like to see the grass growing. So I actually monitor so I know which paddocks I've got to put them in and where to put them and how to put them. It can be quite interesting doing that.
Yeah.
We've got Spectre Gadgets from says limestone here. Okay, John Boy says, I'm an opal miner.
Wow.
Everyone's asking to see the gold. Where are we at? AJ Molina said, I just subbed to your channel. Thank you, AJ. And please do hit the like buttons. We're at 67 likes and we have 390 people.
Wow.
If you want the channel to keep working, we've got to try and get that algorithm happening, and that means as many likes as we can possibly get. It sounds silly asking for them, but it does help, and that helps the channel to be able to grow and keep going.
Thank you guys so much. So we're about halfway through this bucket over here. And you can see now that we have this hand, it's starting to fill up. So this is all the classified material that's come out of the tailings. And in a moment, we're going to be doing this pan, but I want to kind of fill it up as much as I possibly can before we do that. But I want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. If you have any questions, you feel free to ask. We have Nervous Rider, camera girl here answering some questions. And if you have a
There's
question
so
for
many
me,
people. I can't even
you
get
guys
to
can
it.
answer me a question as well. That'll be great. But I want everybody to take a moment, and if you can, head on over to Nervous Rider's channel and subscribe to Nervous Rider. Thank you guys so much, very much. All right.
So we've got someone called Scott Bolson says you're not using enough water.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Scott. The reason we're not using a whole lot of water is we're trying to see what we can get away with as far as how far we can push this trommel before we're going to start losing gold. And that's a very important pursuit because oftentimes we don't live in areas that have a whole bunch of water. Places like where I'm from, like North Carolina, we've got water out the yin-yang. We can run trommels, sluices, do that all day and not have to worry. But here where I am in Australia now, we have to be very water conscientious, and we have to try and get away with things as far as sluicing goes, trommeling, liberating gold from heavy clays. And one way we can do that is to build a machine that can retain water and also that can sluice out in a very efficient way. So question, and you're absolutely right about that. But just to explain things, that's kind of what we're doing today. So we're trying to get away with as little water as possible. Thank you for the question.
Okay, we've got a few people saying they have subscribed as well. We've got Sontai, and we've got Miguel Alvarez. Thank you, guys. Shannon Henson, thank you.
Terrific.
Let me go back up. It's just going fast, sorry.
That's all right. And look at all the beautiful gravels we're making. Really good.
Guys, there's 550 people in the chat a second ago. We've only got 88 likes. Let's make it 100.
Now this is particularly interesting here. I'm not saying this is gold, but what we have here is a bit of, it's like kind of crystal clear quartz, but this is also attached to a bit of the host rock kind of thing. This is very interesting. I want to have a look at that, and I probably want to detect that. So if everyone can see that. I don't get quartz coming through here that looks quite like that. This is kind of like an ice quartz. Normally the quartz kind of looks like that. So I don't know what that is. It looks like a bit of a schisty type material, if you know what schist is. S-H-I-S-T-H, I think, or something like that, schist. So it could be a bit of reef. So that's suspect for gold. I'm going to keep it in my pocket. So have a look for things like that when you're running a trommel. Hold on.
Smurf King has just subscribed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anthony Lancelotti says, what is the most gold you found at one time?
That's a good question. The most gold I've ever found at one time was 5 grams. And that's at a different location that later on in these streams, if you guys stick around, we're going to get to be back down in that location. And then you guys might get to see what I'm talking about. Good question. So 5 grams at one time in one day. That was an insane day. So thank you so much for the question. All right.
And Zakan says, do you use mercury to extract gold?
No. No mercury at all. No chemicals. All natural. Thank you.
Okay, let's get 100. We're almost there. Lupe Salo says, this was my husband's hobby.
Oh, very good. It's a good hobby to have. Yeah.
Edward asks, do you have to have an official gold claim to work? No, you don't. Not when you own the land.
That's right.
No. And even in public areas, you don't have to have a claim to work them. Once you own land, you can put a claim on the land, and that ensures that nobody else can claim it. So anything on the surface that's within 20 metres, they're happy with you digging.
That's right. Okay, everybody. Now we're still going to chug away for a little bit, so just hang tight, and we're going to check this pan in probably about 10 minutes, guys. So let's stick around. See if you can keep playing, because I'm going to run some more.
No, you don't actually have, Jeffrey, you don't have to put a claim on it. No. You can put a claim on it. And the stupid thing is you can own land and somebody else can put a claim on your land if you allow them access to your land. So if you have land with gold on it, never allow somebody access.
That's right.
With permission to dig or anything else. You do get people every now and again in certain places that will ask for that, and you just always say no. Even if you don't think you've got gold, say no.
That's right.
Edward says, do you ever get any other valuables other than gold like silver?
I have found traces of silver. I've found at one time a little tiny bit of platinum. And that was a good day, because that little tiny bit of platinum I found kind of got me thinking, maybe there's stuff here other than gold. Well, obviously there is. But when you start thinking in terms of platinum mining, things like that, gold kind of becomes secondary. A bit of a dangerous thing too, though. If you start finding other things, that can kind of suck you off into that direction. But you want to kind of stay on the gold, so that's going to be your best bet.
First last says, how much does this setup cost to make?
It was about $1,000 by the time we got the batteries here. We got the motor and the gearbox just over there. And also the centrifuge. And the hope is now that we're going to get to actually see machines are going to be built a lot cheaper. So good question. About $1,000. All right. Thank you guys. You guys are all being so amazing today. Thank you so much.
Jeffrey says, that would be called an easement if you allow people on your land for a specific purpose, such as fishing or gold finding. Well, it depends on where you are, Jeffrey. Depends on where you are. Different places and different countries, and then states within different countries are different. So what's done in one state may not be done in another. You can go one side of the USA and the law's completely different on the other. It just depends on where you are.
Exactly.
And also, you know, local councils and things like that as well. They also have rules about things. So
that's exactly right. Guys, if you don't mind, this would really help me out. Can you all give Nervous Rider, who's the camera girl today, can you guys give her a warm welcome and a shout out, please? Nervous Rider, she's our camera girl today. Thank you so much.
So what do you look for when you're trying to find gold? Skip Malou asks.
What you want to do, first of all, is you want to make sure that you're in an area that historically is known to have gold. That's the first and foremost thing you want to be asking. Because if you look in an area where you think there might be gold, your chances oftentimes are 50-50. You want to make sure you're in a gold-bearing area that is known to produce gold, first and foremost. And then you want to get yourself a gold pan. It could be any gold pan. I recommend a Garrett Super Sluice with a classifier.
Which is one of those.
Yep. And you're going to need to get yourself also a snuffer bottle to suck up the gold. So, good question. Thank you.
And thank you guys for your kind words. I appreciate it.
Wonderful.
Have you found any rare coins? Yes. A couple of times, yes.
Yes, we have, yes. And that's the other thing. This is the joy. This is the joy of trommeling because it brings out everything. Sometimes you can be looking through these tailings and you will literally pick up coins, you'll pick up relics. It's not just simply for gold. So that's one of the beauties of running a trommel. Good question. Yes, lots of coins and some other wonderful things. So thank you. Thank you. Okay.
How about some nice opals?
That would be nice. I've never seen an opal before in my life. But not to say that we won't come up on one, but I think that would be a very nice day to see an opal. Do you do opal mining? Let me give this a little bit of help. Just like that.
However, we did find a rough diamond.
We surely did. That was a very nice day.
Crystal Marie says, oh, geodes. Yeah.
That was one of the best days.
Edward asks again. Edward's asking very good questions because he's directing it about the actual gold. How did you first discover you had gold on property? Did you have a survey done or just come across it?
Well, one day, my partner here, camera girl, she suggested to me, because I think one day we might have been arguing one day, but she told me, maybe you need to go and get yourself a gold pan and go and check the creek, because there might be gold around here. And that's what I did. She bought me my first pan. I'm going to show you my first pan that I ever got. And I still got it today.
Did we keep the diamond? Yes, I mean, I don't know. I hid it for safekeeping and I had a stroke not long ago and I can't remember where I put it. So it's somewhere in my house. But I will find it one day when I'm cleaning up. I'm sure of it. It's probably not worth a lot of money. So that's his first pan.
This little pan here is my first ever pan. And Nervous Rider bought me this to go and look for gold. And this is where I found my very first speck of gold. And whenever that happened, it's different for a lot of people. Some people can find their first speck of gold and they think to themselves, well, this is not much. But I found it. I found my first speck. And it blew my mind that I could recover something from the earth, a precious mineral, by doing a bit of physics in the pan, how the gravity works. And years later, I learned how gravity works with gold. Gold is 19 times heavier than water. And it's amazing how today, the gold pan is your best gold detector ever. It worked for me, and it can work for you. Good question. Thank you.
Mark Sandman says, this looks completely different from the way they mine on land in most places. What is this setup called?
Well, you would call this placer gold mining. So basically, we are on a creek bed, and we've just had, if you can look over here, we've just had a deluge that's actively pushing material down this creek. And what we want to do is we want to sample around with this trommel and see exactly where the absolute best stuff is. So very, very good question. So we're doing a bit of placer gold. Thank you.
Crystal Marie says, yeah, check all your spots and walk around looking and maybe you'll feel where you kind of put it. Yeah, I've tried that. Yeah, the diamond, yeah. Oh, it'll be somewhere. I probably packed it in a box or something. I'll find it one day. And we've got somebody from the UK that says 4:26 a.m. Liam Findlay in UK. Oh, wow. You're up early. Like me, I'm a morning girl. I'm up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed at 7 o'clock. Trace Style says, you sound Aussie and he sounds American. Good luck exploring. Thank you. Yeah, you're correct. So Nicholas Paquette says, have you had any earnings from the creek?
There have been a number of times where I've landed up with a little bit of gold. And the way that works is I've had it to where sometimes I'll have a 1 gram day. Sometimes I'll have far less than that, maybe 0.20 or 0.10. But generally, what you want to do, and this is probably going beyond the scope of your question that you're asking, but I'll say that it's best to try and hold on to your gold as long as you can. Maybe get 1 gram or 2 grams. And to find a buyer, what you want to do is you just have to get started. You got to put it out there. You got to be honest about it. You need to show pictures of you weighing the gold, a video if possible, of you weighing the gold so people have proof that your gold is pure. And you want to make sure that you develop trust with your buyers, with your target audience, with your gold. Because if you don't, you can wind up sitting there going, why is nobody buying my gold? So this is why it's always very important to be honest, straight up, first thing you do when you list your gold. And sometimes if you're starting off selling your gold, if you want to sell your gold, you might have to take a loss because it's all part of building trust with the people that you sell it to. If they see they can get a bit of a deal, sell it to them at a bit of a deal. So that way you are establishing yourself and you are a trusted seller of your gold. That's a bit of a pro tip. Probably goes a little bit far beyond what you're asking, but thanks for the
Well,
question.
Edward just said, very knowledgeable folks, God bless and good luck. Thanks, Edward, and thanks for all the wonderful questions that you've asked, Edward, because they were really good for everybody to sort of have.
We have a wonderful crew today and wonderful people here today. Thank you all so very much. Thank you.
And we've got 128 likes. Can we get some people to give some more likes and thumbs up? As we have 296 people in the chat. We can do this a few times. That would be great. Ibram Alvarez checking in from Abu Dhabi. Welcome. You know, I would like to go. I hear a lot about Abu Dhabi. I'd like to go there. I think there's a lot of rich minerals and things over that way too.
Wow, very nice.
Christopher Underwood says, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Christopher. I think what's awesome is that he was able to build this out of...
Junk.
Well, some of it wasn't junk though, but some of it you had to pay a lot for. Yeah. But most of it's recycled. So yeah, I think the fact that he was able to build it all out of recycled material, actually even the stuff we had to pay for, except the batteries, everything else is recycled.
That's right.
The battery and the motor, that's the only thing that's not recycled. Everything else is recycled, so...
Absolutely.
It would have probably have cost a lot more to do.
I think so. Okay, guys, so now we've come to the part of the stream that we want to do a clean out. And what I mean by clean out is we have to, from top to bottom, make sure that the trommel, number one, the inside of the centrifuge here is completely clean and free of any gold that might be trapped inside. If you have a look here at this little thing here, that's a bit of garden hose that's been turned into a loop. And the purpose for that is it's meant to hold the material inside just long enough for it to clean off a little bit more thoroughly. It's called a retaining ring. Okay? So the very first thing we're going to do is I'm going to clean my hand that might have gold stuck on it. Just inside, just a little bit. Just going to dip my hands in the water there. Okay? And now we're going to carefully, while the trommel is spinning, we're going to take out the retaining ring, and I'm going to take it directly over to the gold pan just here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to very gently wash it off on top of the pan. And don't worry, we're not going to be losing any gold if there is any gold. What I'm hoping for in this pan is there's not going to be any gold whatsoever, because I'm trying to make a machine that is going to be very accurate and is going to get me at least 80 to 90% of the gold, the gold-bearing material that I'm putting through there.
Yes.
Okay, so this is now clean. I'm going to set it over here on the side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of water here And what we want to do is we want to clean this screen off, because you can see right now this screen has a lot of things like roots and grass that can actually scoop up a lot of that gold, and it can hold it there. We don't want that at all. So I'm going to take a little, I did have a brush, but I don't know where it is, but I'm going to take my hands. First of all, I'm going to take some water here. And I'm just going to wash it down, just like that. And try and knock off. Can we see up top there? Just whatever might be stuck on there that might be just churning that around. Now,
And we're very lucky there's plenty of water at the moment. There's about 5 or 6 years there was nothing in this creek at all.
we're just going to just very gently wash it off just like that. And hopefully that's going to be knocking whatever gold's stuck on there off. Because I don't have a brush.
James Bong says, Brazil has some of the best gold mines and panning areas on earth. Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, around Ouro Preto and Nova Lima regions.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Wonderful.
Can you explain, Lawrence Ronaldo asks, can you explain where gold came from at all?
Well, scientists speculate that gold all comes from the stars and supernova and also black holes in the early universe. So,
Even I didn't know that.
if a, say for instance, if a supermassive black hole was able to consume a lot of material, what happens is with that black hole is it eats too much, and sometimes it forms what's called an accretion disk around the black hole. But you can have like there's a black hole that's called Cygnus X1, which has ejection points or jets, big jets that go on for light years that eject this material. And what they speculate is because of the intense pressure caused by the singularity and the black hole and the gravitational forces at play, it binds materials into things like gold, like platinum, diamonds, a whole bunch of other stuff. Probably not so much diamonds, but the forces at play create the gold. So we might have gold coming from black holes. We might have gold coming from supernovas. So, good question. I'm still learning that one myself. All right. Why am I putting this mat here? The reason I'm putting this mat here is to see, I probably should have put that there in the first place, but this is kind of an indicator to see what might be flushing out from the trommel itself. So I'm going to give a big look.
Alvarez says the sun is full of gold.
Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. Let's have a look down there, see what's happening with that. Okay, tremendous. Okay, so now at this stage, what we have to do is a process called due diligence, which means we have to check absolutely everything. And we have to start from top to bottom like we just started now. We've cleaned out the trommel pretty much. There's nothing else running along the inside there, at least I hope there's not. But now, we have to now take this mat over here. We're going to dump it. You can sit there, that's fine. You can
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to dump it onto the actual sluice on the tailing chute to wash out any gold that might be stuck on that mat into our pan. And now I'm going to take and I'm going to turn this thing upside down when I get some more water.
So this will come up and then that'll swish down back into there, which is a very clever thing. And you've got some at the bottom there.
That's right. And no doubt some of that, if it's been sitting there for a while, we're going to have a bit of gold stuck on that little part. So we're going to first and foremost wash that down. We're going to try and...
You want me to hold that while you wash that?
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. You just do camera work. Okay. That's really good. And guys, I'd like you all, if you could, give another shout out to Nervous Rider, who's our camera girl today. I really appreciate you guys doing that. She's working very hard and and helping us helping us learn as we go.
I'm
So
just
thank you
sitting
all.
here. I'm not doing much.
You
It's
do an
okay.
amazing job.
Do you all have kangaroos out near or Luke? Yes, we do. There is kangaroos everywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so it's all running down into the pan. Lots of
The
kangaroos.
Brown Alvarez says there's a lot of gold in the centre of the earth due to its density.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's true.
Makes
And
a lot of sense.
A lot of it gets recycled. That's right.
Crystal Marie, thank you, but I think my voice is the most annoying voice on the planet.
You have an excellent voice.
I hate hearing my own sound. Unless I'm singing AC/DC or something, then I'm happy, but... Do you eat kangaroos? Victor, yes, we do eat kangaroos.
Yep.
And what the other thing that we do to recycle is if... Unfortunately, we have a lot of crazy people who drive very fast out in the middle of nowhere. And they hit kangaroos often and they are left dead on the side of the road. So what I do is if I see one that has passed away, I check its pouch, make sure it hasn't got any babies first and foremost. And then I take it and I give it as meat for my kelpies. And it does a good job at feeding the dogs and very good protein.
Okay, guys. So
Thanks, Phil. That's correct. He isn't. He's actually being very smart because he's not spending an awful lot of money. A lot of people spend $10, $15, $20, $25, $30,000 on things like this, plus also $5,000, $6,000 to $10,000 for a decent metal detector. So you know, this is a smarter way to do things. And look, you might not get a heap of money out of doing it, but it's also part of the reason that he does it is to keep busy and fit and get enjoyment as well. So getting outside, not being stuck inside, you know.
Exactly.
It's good to be in nature, even if you're just playing around. It doesn't matter. If you find something, it's a bonus.
That's right. Absolutely.
And yeah, 100%, it's fun. Yes.
Oh yes. It's amazing fun. All right. So what we might do now? I know everybody's.
Hi Blaine, how you doing?
Dying to see the gold. Hello. We're going to come around, and now we're going to check this big giant tailings pan that's concentrated, and we're going to see if all this time we've been working out here, we've been losing anything out of the normal run. What I'm hoping for is that there's going to be no gold in this pan, and the reason for that is if there's no gold in the pan, that means I'm catching everything in the mats. Do you see my logic?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to come over here now, just to this little spot over here, and we're going to do a little bit of panning. Yes.
Mark Sandman says, I'd absolutely love to do this. Well, you can, Mark. You can do it. It's not rocket science. It's just learning and perfecting how to do the pan is really the hardest part of it once you've got some dirt.
And I'm going to show you, Lucas, just how we do that, or at least how I do it. Okay? So, this pan is a little bit special, and I regret that I can't show you just a pan of what I'll refer to as native material just coming out right on a dig. This is tailings. But the way you want to treat tailings is a lot like you would treat something like a concentrate. This is a concentrated tailings. So first of all, we're going to submerge the pan in water like this. We're going to try and get it submerged and hold it. But you want to take your hands just like this, break up that top, and get anything that's heavy sitting on the top falling down the bottom of the pan as much as you can. Important to start with that because you can see we still have a lot of clay, a lot of sediment there, and that's a good thing. We want to just make sure that anything heavy is going to fall middle to the bottom of the pan before we get going. Okay? And now we want to do something called liquefaction. which is you want to liquefy the material, and that's going to be releasing the gold. It's going to be liberating the gold from the clays and causing it to fall down through the pan. Now I start with kind of doing these things a little bit. I know it's probably not the best thing to do, but because this pan is so heavy, you have to kind of shimmy things down. And now comes the process of stratification. So we're actually going to do this number here. You want to make sure your pan is kept level with the water. You see that? But also underneath the water. So back and forth, side to side. Not too crazy like this, but just enough. So we're working that material down just like that.
And it's like a washing machine, yeah.
Like a washing machine. That's right. So we're working that material, the heavy material, right down to the bottom.
I should have put some dish soap on top.
Would be good. A bit of jet dry would be good. You're absolutely right about that.
You've got a good sense of humour, Stephen.
However, I would do that, but we're in a creek area. We've got to be careful because
Hi Douglas, hi Chris.
Don't want to make the creek bad. Okay.
It's fun and educational. Yes, Bong James Bong. It is fun and educational. Blaine, you're absolutely right. Panning is a workout, which is why I don't do it. I just watch. Done my fair share of it. I don't want to do it anymore. Especially not in winter. Summertime, it's not so bad, but in the cold.
Okay, so what we're doing here is called stratification, which is allowing the heavy material to drop to the bottom. We're going to keep doing that for a little bit. But now comes the process of classification. Now you'll see some other channels like Ask Jeff Williams, which is a great channel. He knows what he's doing. He's a geologist. He gets a lot more gold than anybody. So tune in to Jeff Williams. But we're going to do something called classifying, which is we're going to take this pan. You see these movements we're doing here? We're now going to be doing some elliptical movements with the pan and to let some of that heavy material slide off the edge of the pan.
So Sean Grady asks, is this how you make a living? It would be like, you'd be lucky if you could make a consistent living this way. The big companies have big machinery and the means to get under the ground and get to the where most of the gold actually is.
That's right. Narva Squad is absolutely right. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and in 3, 2, 1, we're going to do the elliptical movements, which is classifying. So 3, 2, 1, just like this. And we're going to keep working it down and alternating between stratifying and classifying. Just like that. But you got to keep your pan level because if you do this, you're going to lose gold. Keep it level, work it down, alternate between the two. It lets the lighter material fall off the top and allows the heavy material to stay in the pan.
You need to speak a little louder. They're having trouble hearing you because of the sound with the border.
So basically,
rushing.
It allows the lighter material doing these classifying things to fall off the edge of the pan and heavy material to stay inside the pan. So we're going to go ahead again. 1, 2, 3. Classifying. All right. So now we're going to come in from the side here where you can see that.
Yep.
And we're going to now eject some of the material. What we're going to do is slowly turn a pan like you're seeing here, just to an edge there. Keep your pan under the water. And we're going to stop here. You see that V? That's at about a 45-degree angle. So we want to stop. And now I'm going to do something like this. Just dipping the tip off, nothing at the back, just the tip of the material there. We're going to dip it off until we have the material, so in half. Okay, and we're going to repeat the process again. We're going to back in. Pan under the water. I'm so bad for this, I want to lift the pan out of the water. It's a bad habit that I've got, but you want to keep it under the water. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we'll show it from the front this time. Dipping off the tip, just like that. Having the material pretty much. And now we're so far along, I can actually use one hand. Make it flat again, just like that. Side to side. And you'll see as we go along, the process becomes a lot more quicker. All right, just like we're doing here. Dipping the tip of the pan down, down, down. And you guys will get so quick at this. It seems like a lot of work, and it is, but it's necessary.
So John said, didn't you say you didn't want to find anything in the pan full because it was the tailings? Yes, that's
Exactly.
correct.
But with that, I have to follow all the due diligence, all the procedure, because I want to make sure there's not going to be anything in there.
Yeah, because it's not always foolproof.
So you have to always try and find what you hope you're not going to find, I guess. So, yeah, good question. Thank you. Okay. So now we've come to the part of the panning process of where we want to do a reveal. We want to reveal the gold if it's there. The way you do that, you're just going to get a little bit of water in there, about probably 2 cups of water, just like here. And you want to kind of shimmy it to the side, just like that. And now you want to tap the top of your pan like that, and what that does, that brings all the heavy stuff to these little rims here. You see that? And once we're about here, we're ready to now reveal. The way we do that is we want to come along. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see if there's anything that comes out of the pan. And we're going to do our reveal. Okay, just little sloshes like that. Bit of a delicate process, and we do have gold in that pan.
Okay, so he's got a bit of gold there.
So we got a little bit up top there, which it's kind of a double-edged sword. I'm happy to see gold. I'm always happy to see gold, but in this scenario, I don't want to see too much because I want them all, remember, to be caught in the mat. We got that little piece there. I don't know if you can see that. Just zoom in on my finger there.
Hang on.
So we got a nice little angular bit there.
Yeah, it's
Can
just
everyone
not
see?
showing up the colour of the gold. I can see it clearly from here, but it's not showing up on.
It's okay.
Gotta go to the top.
So let's so we've got a bit there,
There.
right?
There you go.
There we go.
That's the gold there,
So we got a piece there, but I did see another piece down there.
but it's still not showing the colour. It's the iPhone. It's because of the sky. If it was sunny, we might see it better. So
I'm going
sorry about
to get rid
that.
of a little bit more material, and we're going to try that again because I'm pretty sure I saw another piece in there.
Guys, we got 500 people in the chat. Can we get some more likes? We're at 173.
Oh,
Good
dear.
job.
Okay, so we actually got more gold in there than I thought we did because
I can see another big
we
piece
have some
there
microfine
too.
pieces here.
Yeah, there's a big piece on the edge there.
So the cool thing is, I know I'm still getting gold, but I'm losing a bit of it in the tailings. So this is why you want to rework your tailings, because you can see here, while we've got this little piece here, just where my finger is, we've also got some very, very
Fine
microfine stuff sitting here, and unfortunately the camera is not really picking that up, but we're going to try and get a little bit, I'll take it from here, that's all right. We'll just get a little bit closer. So we've got a piece there. It's just some
It's
very,
actually quite a bit of dust.
very, very microfine stuff. Where's my finger at? Got that little bit, and there was a few other pieces down here that are probably just a little bit too small to see. However, what this is showing me is my machine is fairly accurate. Even though we're losing a little bit in the tailings, it's accurate enough for me to say to myself, okay, I'm happy to now get back on the pay layer, and I'm happy now to do a full day's run if I possibly can. And I simply just go back and I run the tailings. So thank you guys for sticking through me through that. We're gonna get back on the pay dirt now. So I'm gonna hand it back to Nervous Rider, and thank you so much. We'll flip that camera around again.
Yep. Oh, hang on. Just give you that.
Yep.
And then I'll flip it around for you.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, unfortunately the camera can be a little bit tricky to... Hang on, which way are we going? Hang on, which way is it? Oh, there we go. Okay.
So now we're gonna suck up the
Well, guys, come on. We're nearly at 200. We've got 199 in the likes. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
That's brilliant.
Incredible.
Much appreciated.
And I'll tell you what, you guys have been so damn good today. I'm gonna show you what we've got so far just using the pan, okay? All right, so we're going to get this sucked up in here. And you guys are all going to get to see what we've been getting so far just using the pan, not using the trommel. And that's a clean pan now. So here we go. You guys ready? Three, two, one. Okay. Now everybody goes. What's that crap? I don't see any gold. All right. Well, just hang on.
Not yet. Not
hang on to
yet.
your horses.
Don't see any yet. In just a
And
second,
we're just
you will.
going to,
There we go.
I think that might be a little. I think that might be a little.
Okay.
It's not too bad at all. I don't think. That's maybe about what, 0.7, 0.8. We've got some nice lead in there as well. It lets us know lead travels with gold, so very good.
John Bennett said, could you have contaminated your tailings in the pan from the screen you washed off?
Well, that is a good point. You possibly can do that, and that oftentimes that happens. But as a gold miner or any prospector, you have to work within certain parameters, which means you have to have certain allowances for gold to be contaminated. As you want to try to eliminate that as much as possible, but oftentimes you can't be 100%.
Skelly says hi.
Good
Skelly's
question.
from my channel.
Hi, Skelly. Welcome. And thank you. That was a really good question. And this is one of the things that really drives prospectors mad, because when they're trying to invent a new machine, or they're trying to build a machine, we want them to be as accurate as we possibly can get them. But there's always going to be that factor left over of losses. There's going to be the factor of contaminating samples. And we just have to work towards being the best that we can be when we build things and testing things, and it all pays off in the end. So thank you. Excellent.
Which is why it's also a good idea if you're in an area that has previously been excavated for gold, or has old mines and things around it. Don't go in the old mines though. Stay out of them. You will die in there. I've nearly fallen through them on horses, and it's not good. If you're around old tailings from the old timers days, go through them, because back then they did not have the kinds of technology with the pans that we have.
And also the detectors that we have.
Yeah, and the detectors that we have. So there's often people go and redo those tailings, and they quite often get quite a bit of gold out of it. So
that's right.
It's an easy way to start too, where you already know someone's done it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. And listen, if you all wouldn't mind, we have Nerve, fantastic help, great resource, and she knows her stuff with the gold too. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to Nervous Rider, I would appreciate it. It's Nervous Rider, 2 words, and she's got a great equestrian channel. If you guys have any questions about horses, horsemanship, or working with difficult horses, horse behaviors.
Working with difficult riders like me.
There we go.
As well.
Well, can be difficult, so that's fantastic. All right, we're going to get back on it now, guys, and we're going to run some pay.
Just doing some panning, Skelly. Ow.
Okay. Yeah, what I might do, actually, I might bring the chair over here.
Oh, the screen maybe had the gold and not your tailings. Oh, okay, that's what he was meaning.
Sometimes that can happen.
Yeah.
I doubt that would have been all the screen. I think it might have been screen might have been probably 10% of what we got out of that little bit.
Yeah.
I think most of it was still in that clay. But yeah, that's a good point. Okay, there we go. Sit down. I'm going to go up here with the camera,
some more.
and then we're going to go ahead. I'm going to grab some pay dirt, and I'll be right back over. But in the meantime, I'll get Nervous Rider to talk to you guys and answer some questions. You guys can get to know her. All right. Off I go.
Okay, so guys, and it's still going, so there's still a possibility that stuff's still going down through there anyway. You finished your 4th song. That's good, Skelly. That's good. Ryder Foster, subscribe to your channel. Thank you. Nice job. Looks like a bit you got. Yeah, that bit there though was from how many weeks?
That's probably from about 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks worth of, yeah, panning. Yeah. Sound keeps cutting out. Does it? I don't know. Turn the camera around, want to see a cutie. If you want to see what I look like, you're going to get a bit of a shock, but you can go on my channel and have a look. I'm an old lady. I'm not pleasant to look at, so it's okay. But I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about... I'm worried about getting gold. Well, I'm not worried about getting gold. I'm worried about watching someone else get gold. You're right, Rick. It is a good day. It's a lovely day outside. Actually, we've had a lot of bad weather. So now we've got... see, right now he's using... A lot of people ask about this device. It's simply a yabby pump or a crawfish pump. Which you would use it on a beach or in a river just to sort of put down over the yabby holes and pull them out. Just works really well as a gold dredger, handheld, basically a dredge, without being a dredge. Old, like your age? No, probably older. Probably about 1,000. You never know. Never know. I feel like I'm 1,000 years old sometimes when it's cold in the winter. Can get a little bit crazy with the freezing temperatures. Even though we don't get rivers like in America and other parts of the world where your rivers will go over and this will ice over. This doesn't happen here. It does in my paddock, but it doesn't happen in the big water. But it does get very cold. We do go minus, up to about -6 degrees Celsius here during the winter, overnight and in the early hours of the morning. And the days are around roughly, probably about, today's actually warmer. I think it's about 10 or 12 degrees today. It's usually about 4 or 5. So it's actually warmer today because we've got all this cloud cover with no rains and no wind. Born in 1979, I'm sure you're younger. Oh, you're wrong there. You're wrong there. I'm old. I'm old. Hi, Sandra. How you doing? Barnacle Australian. How does that thing he's using work? Okay, so it's like a pump. So when he pulls it up, it works with basically the force of air. So when it's down, there's a little hole that's at the bottom and it covers that hole. So as soon as he pulls up, that pushes everything up inside and pulls it right up high. And then as you're moving it, it releases it. So he'll go in there and he'll fill that pan right up with everything that he can find on the ground in there. And I don't know when he's last actually done that particular part of the creek, but oftentimes, because if you see where he's at and where the water's coming further back there, so he's here and the water flows to the side. When we get heavier rain, that will go round and loop around here, and what that will do is everything will settle on the sides and along the bank's edges instead of coming in the middle. Gold will move where it's easier to go. So if the water's swirling that way, gold will swirl around with the water and it will then end up bashing into the sides. So oftentimes, he's doing the bottom at the moment, but the sides are a good thing to look at as well. Depending on the levels of water you've had. Over this side, you can see there, the level of water has gone really high and eaten at the bank. So you could check up there and you may find gold up there as well. Or you may find it right at the bottom. Gold is heavy, so... But if it slams into something and it gets stuck in something like clay, it can sit up high. It's a yabby pump, that's right. So what will you do to remedy the gold in the tailings? Actually, that's a good question. Hey, what will you do to remedy the gold in the tailings?
To remedy the gold in the tailings.
Yeah.
Well, basically what we try to do is keep everything simple.
Tries to keep everything simple.
We want to make sure we run at least the tailings once more, and we try to minimize the amount of flame that's stuck to the box. And one way that I can maximize doing that is to create something called a spray bar that goes on the inside of the centrifuge.
So to create what he's going to do is get a spray bar to go on the inside of the centrifuge. So he can wash the clay off the rocks a lot quicker and a lot better, and then that way the gold won't sort of get stuck in there. He actually did have a spray bar, not on this one, but on the other one, and it did a good job. So once this one gets a spray bar happening, it should be a better result on the first time. But I think he will always do the tailings a second time anyway, because he likes to check and make sure. David Batista, hi, how you going? That's why you mentioned 109 versus euro versus pound. Oh, okay, the price of gold, yeah. Well, the other thing with when you're selling and buying gold, that's the price, that's the market price, but people can actually sell for more. And the way that you do that is if you have a quartz rock, it has a chunk of gold around going, if it's surrounding a chunk of gold and you find the gold, don't ever break the quartz off, because that's more valuable to leave it like that. Keep it whole. You're going to get a lot more money that way. You're talking $109 a gram is basically for your refined gold. But when you're a prospector and you're looking for large super nuggets or big things, like a big boulder of gold, if you if you do find one, don't ever interfere with it. Leave it as it is in the natural state it's in, because you're going to get a lot more money for it. Once you start mucking around with it, people won't touch it. $109 per gram is nuts. It is a lot of money, isn't it? It's a lot of money. It is definitely a lot of money. And what is it? What's that work out? It's 26 grams in it. Is it 26 or 30? How many grams in an ounce? 31 point something. Okay, 31 point something. So if you look at that, $3,000. Well, that's over $3,000 an ounce. There you go. I remember when I was finding gold myself, it was only about $1,500 an ounce. I mean, no, not an ounce. Yeah, an ounce. Which was around $50 or $40 for a gram. But now it's gone through the roof, and it's going to go higher, for sure. Hi, I don't know how to pronounce, but I do think you were here yesterday. Hi, Debbie. I'm looking for gold. Yeah, gold on host rock is extremely valuable. Exactly, yeah. People make the mistake of breaking it up and melting it down. No. You will not make your money doing that. You are best keeping it whole. People are far more willing to pay for it. Oh, now he's got an entire box, almost an entire bucket there. So he's almost at the point where he's filled this bucket. Yeah, you can't see anything in here. This water's not really clear. Oh, it's a little clearer when you're up closer, but once you're in it, clay bottoms are terrible for, you don't want to, I mean, honestly, if you want to come in and, well, even if no one's been in it, it's still hard to see. You can't really even snorkel in it. I've tried before. I've tried snorkeling in here to see if I could see anything. You can't see a darn thing, especially not when it's flowing. It's because it's flowing. When it stops flowing, sometimes you can see things. But see, it's not even flowing that quickly. It's actually really just a trickle right now. When you see this full river completely, so from side to side, that whole thing is way above his head and all the way up, and it just goes roaring down here. It's like a goddamn river. It's huge. Gets a bit scary. And when it does that, it knocks all the fences down. It does everything. But it also washes in a lot of gold, which is good. Yeah, he's going to check the bucket fairly soon. Thanks, guys, for putting the likes. We're at 238. Let's make it about 270 if we can. So he's probably about almost full with the bucket.
We're now getting there. We're about 3/4 of the way.
Yeah. So that'll come along. And the trommel's still just doing its thing, still going, so that's okay. But I mean, even honestly, even if you just picked up all this grass here, you would probably find quite a bit of very fine, super fine gold around and in here because of the point where it's at. And the other thing is too, grasses really catch it really well. It's like the miner's moss that people pay a fortune for. You just put some grass. Actually, there was somebody I knew who told me what he did. He put a sheep skin straight off the back of the sheep, a fleece, straight into the creek, left it there, and when the drought came and the creek dried up, the sheep's fleece was full of gold. So that's another way you can catch gold as well. He just lined the bottom of where the mouth of the creek comes through, and there was water rush where the water rush would go, where he would get gold. He put the sheep's fleece under there, and it didn't wash away because the way that the water runs, it pushes it back under, so it never left. But the gold got stuck in it. The only problem with that is then you might have to wait a little bit to get your money's worth of gold, but it could be 2 or 3 river flushes before it'll come through.
Thank you so much for that, everybody. And thank you, Nervous Rider, Camera Girl.
So we got an entire bucket almost. No, 3/4 of a bucket.
Entire bucket is a little bit
Heavy enough. It's heavy. I can see that.
Very heavy. Oh, when it comes out of that water. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Heavy. Okay. So everybody, we have an entire bucket full of pay dirt or pay material that comes off of the bedrock. It's hard to get to, and as Nervous Riders explained to you, there's a whole process. This is called the yabby pump, and sometimes it's difficult to see what you're doing, so it's kind of hit and miss. So we're trying to be as accurate, work as accurately as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And you want to adopt the same way of working as accurately as you can. That way you can maximize your gold output.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead.
So Jeffrey, thank you for that. 31.1 grams.
31.1.
Yep.
That's right.
To an ounce. Yep.
Exactly.
And Miguel, yes, I can tell you're very knowledgeable, Miguel. You've been saying a lot of things that exactly what needs to be said about gold mining. So keep going.
We're happy to have you here.
Yeah, you're helping educate other people.
Thank you, and me too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up the sluice box now, because remember we took those mats out earlier because we wanted to make sure that our tailings weren't interfering with anything else, or much we possibly could. So we're going to clean that out really good.
And if there's anything that's lost in there, it'll be down the bottom of that hole, which will be easy to get.
That's right. Absolutely. And also, it's a good idea to do this too, because what that does is any little air bubbles in there, that's going to get rid of for the most part. When we load it in,
So it goes in under
air
there.
bubbles can be an enemy. So, all right. So that's loaded in. We're going to lock it in now. It's locked into place. Now I'm going to grab the other mat and do the same thing. Okay, taking that over here. Don't fall in.
No, I shall not. I've got that right behind me. Don't worry. If I go in, don't worry. I'll probably just land in China or something. I might land in South Korea. That would be fun.
Very cool.
Not north, but south.
All right. Now we're going to go ahead and load this mat into the slurry chute.
Goes under the chute there.
It's right all the way up top there. And I got to lock that in to, how have to put my hand in there. I hope I put it in the right, and I didn't put it in the right way. I better turn it around. I want this end over the other way.
Oh, Tristan, how are you going?
And Camera Girl is doing an amazing job. Thank you guys, and thank you, Camera Girl.
Battery gold is always measured in troy ounces. Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, everyone. So, what we have to do, if we're going to work material that comes off the mats, that means we've got to catch the tailings. We have to catch, there's two different tailings. We've got the tailings, the exit tailings, or the bulk tailings there. We've also got this slurry chute that supplies some of the gold that didn't get caught on the mats. We have to have something to catch that stuff because we have to pan that periodically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in that water really quickly, and there's a little black bucket that I've got to retrieve that's flat enough to sit on that thing. So I'll be right back in just a moment.
They should actually do gold panning as an Olympic sport. If they can do things like dancing, hip hop and stuff, they should do gold panning. Although the Australian lady totally ruined it for the hip hop dancers, unfortunately, with her kangaroo and extremely ray gun. Poor woman. I think she actually doesn't live in Australia anymore. I think she left. Yeah, just do a ray gun. Damn, that was pretty clever to find that straight away. Yeah. So apologies to everybody who, yeah, she is famous now. I think that was the whole purpose of her doing that, actually. Famous for all the wrong reasons. And made Australia feel so embarrassed. But hey, you know, I do embarrassing things too. We all do. No one's perfect. Not even ray gun. So, at least she gave it a go. She can hip hop better than I could ever do. Any hip hop and I do, and he's over the bloody
something about
rocks.
Camera Girl here, Nervous Rider. She's actually extremely good at dancing.
No, I'm not.
Even though she'll say she isn't. I've seen her dance before, and she's pretty darn amazing.
No.
Right.
Not Olympic level, that's for sure.
I think you will. Anyway. Okay. Now, coming along here, we can see this tailings have been, or this slurry has come from Trommel 1, which is a hand trommel. But I can't just dump this stuff. I know I need a clean bucket. But what I want to do quickly while I've got you guys here is I want to actually work up this stuff and see if there's anything that came out of that stuff in the slurry. So I'm just going to quickly pop that in our pan, just like so.
And yes, it looks like yummy cake mix of some kind.
Surely does. It actually does. I get hungry when I'm doing gold because I see all this stuff and I'm thinking like fondue, fudge. I'm thinking like, yeah, cake mix. Oh, wonderful, beautiful cake I could be having. Oh, gold does make you hungry. Look at that. And I'm like cookie dough.
That's what it looks like, cookie dough.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Beautiful fudge cookie dough, whatever. Ice cream. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's just amazing. But, you know, that's the thing. You got to eat well if you want to do gold too. So you end up, you know, a lot of people want to cut carbs and things, and I don't want to talk too much about food, but you can't cut your carbs because your carbs is where your energy comes from, you know? So have some carbs and do gold. All right. So getting this mess down in here, and what we want to do, that's not quite clean.
And always stay hydrated as well, because even though it's a cold day here, you can dehydrate really quickly.
Oh, yes.
In the cold. It's just as much as you can in the heat. So always remember to drink water, people. Water is the way to go.
That's right.
Occasional beer or glass of wine is fine, but most of the time we need water.
Exactly.
Gold leaf on a hamburger.
Oh, that sounds nice. Hamburger sounds really good about now. I'm hungry.
Kristen says you just got to eat healthy carbs, not processed carbs.
That's right.
Yeah.
No refined foods. Eat the healthy carbs. You're absolutely right. Okay.
So I guess chocolate is not good. I eat chocolate all the time. I'm surprised my horses can carry me. They do a pretty good job.
Okay. That was a bit inaccurate how I did that, but that's all right. Okay, so same thing again, guys. What we want to do, like we did before over there when we panned the tailings, get your fingers in there, work your gold down to the bottom, whatever's sitting out in there. Make sure it settles. Just like you're kneading dough a bit. Just like that. Dip your hands into the pan. And now we're going to head that way, so I'll get you to follow me.
Robert says there's gold in them hills.
There definitely is. I hope so.
Don't fall down that hole though. Now.
Okay. Back over here. And now, we want to treat this kind of the same way because this is concentrates. It's got heavy clays in there, all sorts of stuff.
Nice colour too.
Yes, it's a very nice color. But what we want to do is we want to make sure the gold is not going to be suspended in that water, so we have to kind of come in here with our hands and break that stuff up because you see it's like a bit like putty like that.
Yeah.
And the only way you can get the gold to fall out of suspension, keep your pan submerged just like that, work it down, and help the process of liquefaction liberate the gold from the clay. And these terms might seem a bit foreign and complicated, but I'll tell you something right now. If you learn them, and you learn their true meaning and value, they help compartmentalize the information, which helps you just become a better prospector and a better gold panner and that sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Kristen says, and this is going to make me laugh, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm going to tell you a little story about our Mr. Gold Panning Man. Cacao is very good for you if you use natural sweetener. Now, he did read that, and then he made the mistake of eating an entire 500-gram packet of cacao powder instead of only 1 teaspoon. We ended up in the hospital all night long, getting as much help as we possibly could with a whole bunch of nurses and doctors who were pissing themselves laughing.
Yes.
And we're like, are you for real? I said, yeah, he did it.
Oh, yeah.
And I said to him, it says a teaspoon. I said, how much have you had? He says the entire thing. He shows me the empty packet. Oh my God, we're ringing the Poisons Information Centre. We're ringing the hospital. We're ringing everybody that he knows. He's going to probably die from cacao poisoning.
It was horrible. I can feel the pain now.
Yeah, it was
horrible.
terrible. They had to give him all sorts of pain injections and everything. It was terrible. He was in severe, and I had to drive him there moaning and groaning, and I'm like, never eat that again, ever. But it's okay in moderation. You're absolutely right, Kristen. It's very good in moderation, but you cannot eat an entire packet of it. Half a teaspoon or a teaspoon is fine. But no, he decided to just mix it. What did you mix it with? A bit of milk? Like Milo.
I mixed it with milk, I think. And the dangers of cacao powder, raw cacao powder, is that because it is such a dense powder, what happens is if you try to mix it with water, you'll notice if you pour a little bit of water on cacao powder, it just beads and runs down the thing. It doesn't mix with water, right? It doesn't mix very well. What ended up happening was eating all that powder was just as good as me turning up a whole bag of concrete, basically. And drinking it.
So it was weeks and weeks, yeah.
So basically it formed this brick inside of my intestines, and I couldn't go to the bathroom for about a week.
Yeah.
And,
Give new meaning to the term in Australia, brick S house.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Shit a brick.
Yeah, big shit house.
That's right.
Yeah,
So,
you've got to be careful.
Pretty horrible. So don't eat raw.
Everything.
cacao
You're
powder.
absolutely right, Kristen. Everything in moderation. There's a lot of people that you know. I'm one of them. Sometimes I'll eat chocolate and I'll eat chocolate and I'll eat chocolate, and then I'll realise very soon that.
Chocolate after that too. After I ate the cacao.
Yeah, because it had a funny taste. You said, yeah.
It did a double whammy on this.
Now, Miguel says, do you ever find any red dirt? It's heavily mineralised and material. It's where you find your best gold here in California. Figure it may be the same. Yes, that's right. We do have a lot of red dirt around here because we have basalt soils. And they're rich in iron.
Yep. Iron oxides and things like that. And oftentimes it's associated with reef gold. And if you find a reef and you're able to find the source of the gold, then you're pretty much rich. So it's pretty cool.
That's it.
Good point about the red dirt. Okay.
Hello, Tom. How you doing? Hey, Victor. Hey, Mark.
Wow, got some wonderful people tuning in today. Thank you guys so much. And guys, give a shout out to Nervous Rider here, our camera girl. She's doing a fantastic job, and she's helping me out so much.
I'm getting a good workout on my knees that need replacing.
Oh, good. I'm starting to feel it in mine, too. You all are being so wonderful. Thank you.
It is cold in that water too, so
Absolutely.
it's not. Easy. I mean, I'll put my thing. Oh yeah, it's cold. I would not want to go. Black sand, yeah, black sand as well.
Exactly, black sand. Look for things like.
William Allen's here. He says hello, Josh.
Oh,
hi, William.
Hi, William. Welcome back. And
Welcome
thank
back.
you so much for your help yesterday. I appreciate that. You were actually able to help us pinpoint some areas to find some gold. I appreciate your help.
Thanks, Skip. Thanks, Tom.
You guys, subscribe to William. He's
Hip hop dancing cam girl. Oh, that sounds bad. My God, wait till you realise who I actually am. You'll be like, oh no.
She can hip hop dance, and she's amazing at it.
I may have been able to have danced to some degree back in the 80s, but not now.
You still can. Holding out on me. Holding out on. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what we got. We're nearly to the bottom of this pan. And the only reason purely I'm trying to do this is because I need a clean bucket, but I don't want to lose anything in case there's gold.
Hey, Lean Bear, how you doing?
Lean Bear, we got Matt in the house. Guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to Lean Bear. He's got an excellent channel. And he does music. He does audio mastering, audio mixing, and he's a great resource, and he has some excellent music. So check out Lean Bear. Thank you, guys.
Jamming, it's not illegal. It might be illegal where you're from, but it's not illegal where we are. It's perfectly legal.
Okay, got a little piece of lead in this one, but thankfully, oh no, there's a little piece of gold. Oh.
Okay, so there was a piece in there.
All right, so we got actually one.
So,
oh, no, we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so
what
just
I
some
might
little
do,
specks of it.
So this is just out of something that I thought wasn't even.
It's
all right. What I'll do for this part, I'll take that for you.
Yeah.
And I'll just show. You're doing a really good job. It is very difficult.
It's the angle I'm at.
That's all right.
Lens and it's just,
that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
Got to get right on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see. There's one there, and there's a heap of fine.
So we've got
finies.
one right there.
There.
Got some fine stuff there.
One there.
Got
yeah,
one little piece
there.
and we've also. Is that one there?
I think there's one there and there.
Is that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that one. Actually, is it? Hang on. Oh, hang on.
It is.
Actually, no, that one's not. But that's okay. We do have definitely one. It does look like it sometimes.
There's two there. There's a third one here.
We've got that one there. We've got this one up at the top here.
And they look small, and they are small, but when you add them all up
exactly
over and over and over again, then you get a lot.
Yep, flour gold at its best. We have Miguel says, Robert Schick. Very cool. We got Bent Tom. All right, guys. I'm going to hand you back to Nervous Rider. Thank you so much for tuning in.
God, don't drop it, me.
And
okay.
Let's go ahead and we'll suck that up in the snuffer bottle, and let's start running this proper pay dirt.
Okay. Guys, we're at 268 likes. That's really great. But can we get to 300? Do you reckon we can? Who reckons we can? I think we can. Most definitely.
Doing a fantastic job.
Oh, look at that. Straight away, 269. We've got 330 people in the chat. Let's make as many likes in the chat as well.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and suck all this.
Hi, William. How you doing? And again, thank you for all your help yesterday too. You and Miguel are both very knowledgeable.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys so much. All right. So
yeah, thank you everybody who's watching. And look, it's a process of learning too, because I still learn things every day. in every avenue of life, but you're never too old to learn something new, and you're never too young to learn something old.
Yes, that's a good point. Very
So
cool.
for the youngsters around, let me tell you, when I was a younger person, I spent a lot of my time hanging around old people, and I did it because they were smarter than everyone else. And I noticed something in doing that. The knowledge I got, I was able to do a lot of things as an adult that I would not have otherwise been able to do. Things like work on pocket watches, which are made of, consequently, gold.
Ah, yes, that's right. Gold goes into the making of pocket watches.
So
Exactly.
very old, 100-year-old, 200-year-old pocket watches and things like that. So listen to your elders. They know what they're talking about. They've been there and they've done it.
That's right.
And if you can take their advice and listen to them, often you might not learn anything straight away, but if you hold it in yourself, you will definitely use it at some point.
That's right. Absolutely.
And also sometimes, don't ever think you can't learn from somebody younger than you too.
That's right.
I need to get a battery. Hang on. Oh, here it is.
I'll bring it to you. Just pop down and bring it to you. Yeah.
Oh, it's... Okay. That's right, green smoke. Even if you don't take an elder's advice, you can at least respect it. But it's another good thing about listening to older people is you retain your history and your culture, which is very important. Yeah.
Right.
And that's how we learn to do things like gold panning from old people. They know how to do it, knew how to do it long before we did.
That's good. So just hang out here.
Yep. That's exactly. Learn from your elders and even from their mistakes. Exactly. So we don't have to make the same mistakes. That's right. AKA K-Dog. You're an old guy, but not that old. Yeah. That thing looks like it's seen better days in the 1800s. Yeah. Well, it is made from recycled stuff. But this is the whole thing. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it matters what it does. Same with people. You judge a book by its cover, you might get the best looking person on the planet and you take them out in the bush and they have no idea what they're doing and you'll die.
Yep.
Take a bushman who looks rough as guts, doesn't wear anything nice, just looks crappy, and he'll keep you alive for weeks on end.
That's right.
Black sand and peanut butter clay. That's what it does look like, eh?
It does. It definitely does.
So here comes some more of the dirt coming through, and you can see it flipping around in there. And that retention ring's there again, so that's holding it a little bit better. And for anyone who's wondering, he is going to be putting a spray bar in at some stage, just haven't gotten to that yet. This is a fairly new build, so.
That's right.
And look how quickly, and look how that's coming off on that edge there. Comes a bit more material there. And we haven't got a lot of water going in, but it's enough to do what we need it to do for now. And some places we don't have a lot of water in some places. So this is a place where we don't have a lot of water, so you want to conserve as much water as you possibly can. To the degree that, you know, if you're in a drought or something, you can run this dry without water at all.
Exactly.
And it can still break things up. It won't get as good a result as it does with water, but you'll still get a result. Bradley says, what in God's 70s recycled rim? I like your sense of humour. What angle are you set at? William asks, what angle are you set at?
So at the moment we're at a pretty steep angle. We're about at probably 10 to 15 degrees. And that's simply because we don't want the centrifuge to be seizing up.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to run at about either 3 degrees to 5 degrees, but
So,
the volume of water that's going in, we have to have it clear off and not get clogged up.
yeah. So if I show you from here, and I'll get myself as level as I can, that's your angle there. About 10 to 15 degrees, roughly. But yeah, it's not too steep, but it's clearing quickly though. So Anthony, we're just trying to find gold. So he's just classifying some gold that he's literally just pumped out of the bottom of that big water dam thing there, part of the creek.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to call them.
It's a mouth of the river.
Mouth of the river.
It's
Not the mouth of the river.
Right. It's a big body of water. It's like a gold hole. Just say gold hole.
Yeah, it's a gold hole apparently. Yeah. So, is that what you call an estuary? Or is that something different? I don't know. I've heard that term before. I'm dumb as a post. I never went to school for years, but I'm silly. But and I'm not big on words, but it just is what it is. Hole full of water that we hope has some gold in it. That's right, Hugh. Looking for gold is like fishing, and you won't get anything unless you put the hours in. And you can even get nothing still putting the hours in. It's very much. I mean, if you're doing it right, you should get something at some point. But you don't always necessarily get it straight away. It can be a lot of work.
That's right.
So this machine just makes it a lot easier. Instead of just panning, it's a lot quicker to get this down, to get the concentrates down so you can pan and make it way faster than what it would be if you were just panning one pan at a time. You're basically condensing everything down into one pan or two pans. Trying to see what the screen says there. Hi Cream, how you doing? Johnny Bravo. Hi Johnny. Hi Ava, how you doing? Ever consider using a 1100 gallons per hour electric pump with 1-inch tubing system? Have you ever considered using an 1100 gallons per hour pump with an electric tubing system?
No. But I think that's a good suggestion.
He might give it a go now you've told him. Yeah, I think he will. That's the other thing, like you can learn, it's same with the horse world that I go into. There's a lot of experts that know big fancy words and stuff, but they don't necessarily have success by knowing words. They have success through learning the body language of the animal. And gold is the same, it's just an inanimate object, but you have to learn the body language of it, how it behaves and where it goes, and where it's likely to be. And it doesn't always go where you think it's going to go, but there's a good chance it'll go in certain places when you know how to read your river.
That's right.
Or your terrain around your river. Or if you've got no river there at all, if you learn how to read the rocky outcrops and things like that.
Exactly. And guys, if you haven't already, Camera Girl here, Nervous Rider, she's an excellent resource if you want to learn anything about horses, horse behavior, and horsemanship. So that's Nervous Rider, if you guys wouldn't mind.
If you want to learn how to fly through a fence and get smashed up too, there's a couple of exciting videos where I thought I was Superwoman not too long ago and came off really badly. on a very young horse that I've been working on. And trust me, doing gold can be very dangerous with the factor of slipping and things like that. You've got to be mindful of what you're doing and where your feet are. And if you've dug a trench like that, you don't want to be walking, stepping backwards straight into something like that. Could break your neck or break your leg. Or so it can be a dangerous hobby for that reason.
Exactly.
Especially summertime when you've got snakes and things coming through down to the river.
Absolutely.
Does gold follow the wire?
Did it follow the what?
Wire, W-A-Y-E-R. I don't know what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you mean the water? The water? Maybe it means water.
So with the way that gold travels through water is you have a high pressure zone. Gold will shoot through the high pressure zone. So basically, what's the high pressure zone? High pressure zone means if you have a very narrow river where it narrows out, that means the velocity of your water is going to be extremely high. And gold doesn't have a chance. It has to follow with that water because gold is 19 times heavier than water. If you have a low pressure zone, on the other hand, that means gold falls out of suspension. And so generally gold will fall out around the mouth of the opening. So just like this, it'll fall out around where the pressure stops. So pretty good. Thank you for the question. Thank you.
Do we have news? Did you find any gold? Well, he found a little bit in the tailings, which we weren't expecting to get any, but we did get a little bit there from the last time he's used the trommel.
Yep.
And now we're checking for the riverbed in here, the creek bed, river, creek, whatever. It's a river when it's raging, but it's a creek right now. The creek bed there, we're checking in the clays at the bottom of the creek bed there.
Just on the bedrock.
On the bedrock.
That's right. And so what I'm going to do, guys...
And that's all cleaned out now.
I'm going to leave you guys again with Camera Girl here, Nervous Rider. And I'm going to go ahead and get some more pay dirt because what we want to do is we want to fill up these mats as best as we can with as much material as we could possibly get.
Yeah.
So we
and you can see there how much we've gone through.
Yeah, these are all the tailings. That's
yes.
Right.
That's all leftover gravel. But you could still possibly even have gold in there. Because we don't have a spray bar inside at the moment, a lot of it still has a little bit of stuff on it. And you can sort of see here and there where there may be a little, I mean, most of it's pretty clean, but there may be a bit of dirt still there. So you do want to check all that again and make sure. And pretty much, if you really want to be thorough, when you finish doing all your diggings in this area, you'd come back through and everywhere where you've walked around, you would go through and dig all that up and give that all a big pan as well. Put that through again and rehash that to see if there's anything you've missed. Because there's always a good chance you may miss something. Especially if you've got a lot of rocks involved. Gravel's a bit of a bugger, and actually with gravel, say a piece like this, which is just a basic piece of rock, but it can stick into there. If it's been slammed into there at some point, it can actually stick into there and slam on the sides. So if you get a pressure washer that can really clean off every little bit, you're going to have a much better result with your gold, and your fine gold in particular, because fine gold has a way of sitting on things like these rocks and hiding there. And we've got even some down here, very yellow quartz. Now, a lot of people would think that that's going to have a lot of gold in it. That I can tell you, I guarantee you this has no gold in it, guarantee it. I'll tell you how I can guarantee it. It has no weight, there's no weight whatsoever, that's as light as a feather. And a lot of people think because it's yellow, that means it's got gold. Often the yellow quartz will not have any gold in it. Usually it's the more clearer quartz that'll have the gold in it. So this, while it looks pretty and like it might have gold in it, it's actually stained with, I think it's like an iron oxide that gets in there. But it basically comes out like this. It comes out yellow like that, as opposed to a white quartz like this, which that's a heavy rock there, but I don't think you'll find too much inside of that particular rock there. You never know though until you cracked it open. If you crack it open, you never know. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty weighty. Sometimes you can tell if there's gold inside just by the weight. You can pick up a small rock and you'll think, oh my goodness, there's something in there. Crack it open and yep, what do you know? There's a bit of gold through it. But most of the quartz is quite lightweight. Quartz is generally a lightweight rock. Like, that's like a feather. That doesn't even, you can't even feel that. I could carry a whole bunch of those and I wouldn't feel it. Guys, fantastic job. We've got 311 likes. Let's keep them pumping. We've got 331 people in here. Let's see if we can match the likes to the amount of people that are watching. That would be awesome. The quartz iron matrix, yeah. Cracking rocks is the way to go. Hey, Greenwave. How you doing? I'm from Belgium and pretty sure there is nothing here, but always wanted to do this. Yeah, well, you know what? If there's, even when you think there's nothing, even doing it, trying to look for gold, you can still find other things. And if you're in an area where, you know, okay, so for instance, there's a lot of people in England who go looking for gold and they end up finding all these relics from the Roman army when the Romans occupied England. So there's all different things you can find that can be valuable besides gold. But always just have a look at your local areas. Ask around. Ask around. Ask around. There's a lot of people have clubs for people who go prospecting. There's prospecting clubs. And they'll tell you where they go and what they do and how they do it. You're very, very fortunate if you're somewhere where you can do it at home. That doesn't happen for a lot of people, but there are a lot of prospectors that know where to go. There's different parks, different old gold mines. You can get maps of old gold mines too, and have a look at that and see where they've dug out the gold tunnels before. And then you can kind of go through that and see if you can find any old diggings. Not too far from here, I've done some panning and some metal detecting with a metal detector, which I never found anything with a metal detector, not once. Found gold with my naked eye, but that's about it. Can horses help people find gold? They could help me if I rode them down to where the creek is. They could help me, yeah. I don't know if they'd help me though, Greenwave. They may want to... They may just want to go on a big adventure right away from any gold. They want to go where there's grass. That's what they want. What part of the rock cycle is quartz? What part of it? I have no idea. I'm not very educated on it. I just know that I've got tons and tons of quartz under my feet and all over the place. I've got tons of it everywhere. Don't really know much about it. Now here he comes with another bucket. So he's used his little yabby pump. And here we go again.
I got some more. Alrighty.
Okay, so we're ready to go back down through here. Good night, Robert. Thanks for watching, mate.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Robert. Thank you.
It probably is getting late over there. What is the time over that way? Can we hip hop dancer? I need to be leaving here. May you both find the greatest day to the rest of you. Peace out. Thanks, Miguel. Have a lovely rest of your evening and get some good sleep. Sleep's important.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for all the information too and the help that you've given.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you.
Can we see the face of the voice? Oh, you can see the hand of the voice. Actually, you can see me working with my horses on on my channel.
Yeah, tell them your channel.
So
Make sure you tell them your channel.
we are at 328 and we only have 330. So where's 2 more? So we've got an equal amount of people as likes.
Thank you guys. It means a whole lot.
.48 a.m. in Belgium.
Oh, wow.
11:48 in Evansville, Indiana. Thanks, Brian. Kristen says 12:47 a.m. in Michigan, USA.
Terrific.
It's almost 1 a.m. on the East Coast, says Victor.
Wow.
Just Duck says, what are you doing cleaning rocks? We actually are cleaning rocks in a way, as much as we can. It's called classifying, and this is basically throwing them around inside the centrifuge and getting rid of as much of the clay as we possibly can, so that when we go to pan, we don't have to worry about classifying everything in the pan. It's already done for us. And this is how we get all this off. That goes into this little pile here. And then later on we go through that again and spin it through here one more time, and we see if we can find anything. Oh, there's a bone. Is that a bone?
Found a bone?
There's a bone. Is that a bone or is it? No, that's quartz. Look like a bone. We do find bones out here too, often. A lot of roo bones and things like that. And actually, you can get a lot of really quite large crayfish in here.
Yeah.
Or Australians call them yabbies.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're this beautiful blue colour. Iridescent blue.
Yeah.
But if they do bite you, it does hurt and it's not very comfortable at all. And Greenwave is from Tennessee. Yes, he is. And what's that? Hang on. George Franco's in Northern California. There's a lot of Californians here.
Wow.
Daniel's from Northern California, California time 9:48.
That's tremendous.
Name redacted.
Okay, Name
49.
Redacted is back. Very cool. Welcome back, Name Redacted.
Rattle's Head, Victor, Daniel, the Wizela, Teddy, APC, and Daniel Priestley,
Wow.
who says he's always looking for gold. Teddy's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Excellent.
Daniel says, you're rich. We wish. I wish. I've got a mortgage to the hilt. Not to the hilt, but got a mortgage. But it's not really even about getting rich. It's about, it's the chase for the gold. It's like it keeps you looking and looking and looking. It's like anything else. If you're playing a video game and you want to get to a certain point, it's virtually the same thing, but you're doing it in a healthy way. You're outside, in nature, working with natural elements. Except this is not a natural element, of course, but it does help. Now that's not going through, so hang on a second. I'll try and help that bit for a second, help that get through. It's kind of sitting there. Get that moving down. This part's been sitting there for a bit. So there we go. Get that down there. Give it a bit of a hand there. You can hear it crunching again. And here we go again. Rocking through. Thanks, Derek. Derek Patterson says, wonderful digging. Derek from Minnesota.
Thank you so much, Derek. Thank you.
Hello, Adam. How you doing? You really do have a fancy setup. Yeah, he made it himself. It's pretty cool. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yes, it is crunching. And we now have 336 likes. We've got 371 people in the chat. Let's chase that like we chased the gold.
Wonderful. That's great, guys. Thank
And
you
don't
so much.
remember to subscribe and share so other people can have a look and join in the fun and learn how to do this. And it's the same as horse riding. People do their panning differently. Some people pan certain ways, some people pan other ways, but there are some golden rules to it which you can learn on this channel that just will help you with how you do it.
Exactly. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you all with camera girl a bit longer because I'm going to go and get some more pay dirt, and we're going to come back very soon. So thank you. Stick around. Thank you so much.
So you guys in chat, what's the most gold any one of you guys has found, besides buying it from a jeweler or finding it in a shop or finding it on the ground that's like a watch or something? Actual gold. Has anybody found anything significant? Let's see your pay streak where your dirt is coming from. So the dirt's coming from inside this area of the creek. So there's an embankment over there, and what happens is when this river goes crazy, it loops around. You can see the looping from this bank here, loops around, and it causes like a backwash into the back of there. So that's where we're going to see what we can find in that position there. People would think that you'd go straight ahead, but no, gold travels differently. It'll swell right round and it'll get pushed straight back under there for the most part. And it can change also depending on how high the river gets. If the river gets as high as it does over there, then the gold can move into different places. It can come up over here and be buried under here in all this grass because this catches the gold. It can go and be slammed into sort of rock faces like this. And funnily enough, sometimes you will find gold where you have the animals have put holes. Like, see, there's a natural hole in the, hang on, where is it? There's a hole in there. There's a little hole there. It's probably some kind of crab or something in there. But that hole probably has gold in it because oftentimes they will bank themselves along an area where, and even here, this whole bank across here, that's been slammed. Boom, you're coming through this eddy here and straight, boom, slam into those corners there. So that's where you want to look as well. Anywhere where there's like a corner, and that's why he's digging here too, because this bank here has eroded. In the last 10 years, this used to be over here. So where I am here. So we've got that space between here and there. That has eroded in the last 10 years only. Imagine how much it changes every year. So then it builds up again on the other side. So this is what happens. This is how it works. And you do end up, here he comes with another bucket, you do end up with gold moving, and the way that the way it moves can change depending on how it's moving. So the flow of the water. If you've got a big torrent coming, it could throw a nugget up on the grass.
Certainly could.
So you just never know. Right, we're back at the thing. Let's have a look. I found a big, so someone's found, okay, I've asked who found gold. I found big gold chains twice in my life. The first one was 17, my mum stole it from me, and the last one was huge. I was 47 and my daughter stole it from me. You've got a good sense of humour.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So when do you check for your gold? Okay, so when he classifies everything and gets it all through, and then this tub gets full, then what he'll do, he'll start panning. One pan at a time. But there's an awful lot of material he's got to get through. And then what it's condensed down, like how you buy condensed soup. So it's very, you've gotten rid of pretty much most of the garbage, and you've just got very fine silt to work with to find your gold. Because if you've got bigger gold, it's either going to come out of here, off the chute there, and land there, and you're going to find it later, or it's going to go into the matting that is underneath this part here under there, and we'll have a look at how it's flowing through there. Just try not to fall over. There's some matting under there. I don't know if you can see the matting, but down the back there is some matting, and you can see under there that black matting there. That's where you're going to trap hopefully most of your gold that's coming through.
That's right.
So since it spray that material, yes, we are, Famous 247 says spray that material. So yeah, need a spray to come through, but that's coming soon. That'll come when we can get the, get to town and get it. So, mightn't take too long to get it either. It might be pretty soon, but we'll see how it goes. But it's still doing a good enough job because we weren't getting too much gold out of the tailings. We're only getting a small amount.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yep, we're at 345. We've got 369 people in the chat. If you haven't given a thumbs up, please do so. It does help with the algorithm, and it does help with getting things moving, which can then fund things like the spray arm and batteries and things like that. And that sound is actually quite relaxing, listening to that.
That's good. It is a bit relaxing, yeah.
William's saying, come on everyone, spam the double taps. Yes, please do so.
That's so good.
M. Penny Pep says, I need lessons in how to keep the gold I find. Well, there's a good way to do that. Don't tell anyone you found it.
That's right. Exactly.
And then you'll keep it. Otherwise, you tell anybody in your family, they're going to want it straight away.
Exactly.
You're going to be out buying them a Ferrari or something before you know it. Then you'll bankrupt yourself and you won't be able to find any more and you'll be in trouble. But guys, if you do ever find any gold that's of any value, let me tell you something. Don't waste it on silly things. Buy yourself something that's going to help you get more gold. Or buy yourself something like a house.
That's right.
Because trust me, you're going to be grateful if you do, because later on down the track, it's very hard for people to survive these days. The cost of living is astronomical, particularly in certain countries, and I know that the country I live in is extremely expensive to live in. And it's happening worldwide pretty much to everybody. Everyone's having trouble with the expenses of living. But the thing is, when you do get money in any way, shape or form, whether it be gold, whether it be cash, whatever it is, always make sure that you put it to a good use so you don't later on regret it. And that good use could be something as simple as buying yourself a car so you can get somewhere to get maybe a job or whatever, or getting yourself, like I said, a house, buy yourself a block of land, start out with a block of land. It's a small one that's cheap, move forward.
That's right.
People often want everything to happen quickly and want the big stuff to happen fast, and it often is disappointing when they realise it doesn't work that way. You've got to work very hard to get what you want. So gold digging is exactly the same. very rarely does somebody get a payoff that's huge without very hard work. Exactly. Don't live beyond your means. That's exactly right.
That's a copycat. Yeah. I'm gonna go and get some more dirt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Living beyond our means gets us in trouble. And then we're going to be looking for gold to pay debts that we didn't really need to have. I've made it in my life that I don't buy anything unless I've got cash for it. I don't touch it. So unless I can pay for it right there and then, it doesn't come home. And I don't get it. And it's only if it's really, really, really a necessity. And when you live like that, then when you get things like little bits of gold, you truly appreciate it. And you don't get tired of it. Because you're not expecting big nuggets every 5 seconds. You're just expecting nothing. Expect nothing and you enjoy everything.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to go and grab another bucket. Let's keep going.
That's right, Mark. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you can get what you need. That's right. Very good. Work smart and watch YouTube. That's right, Green Wave. My ex sold my house last year and bought a house for himself in western North Carolina mountains. That's not very good for you. All that glitters is not gold. That's true. Many things, there's actually a false gold, which I have seen false gold, and it's very weird. You would swear to God it's gold, but it's not. It's another mineral. It is weird. It's all about the journey. That's right. And it's having fun on the way. Like, that's the thing. What do you remember when you went on a bus trip when you're at school? Oftentimes you'll remember the bus trip to the place more than you'll remember the actual place. What went on in the bus is usually what you're remembering, the journey there, the anticipation of getting there. Oftentimes when we finally get to our destination, it's like, okay, all right, that's it. Okay, well, that's over. And it can be, you know, a little sad for the journey to end. While ever you're on a journey, you've got somewhere to go and you've got a goal. That keeps us busy and it keeps us moving. That's what we need. We need to keep moving and keep busy. And if there's something you don't like to do, but you've got to do it, just look at it differently. I used to love doing housework, now I hate it, but I have to look at it this way. It's like hunting for gold. Sometimes I actually find money doing housework, and that's my payoff. I might find, you know, $5 or $10. It's like, yeah, yippee. Someone might have lost a few coins down the side of the lounge or something. Same as cleaning the car out. That can be a gold mine in itself. True gold is golden rule, yeah. Yes, Murray, we will be showing you soon. He's just going to get another bucket, and I'll show you what we will be doing. What he will be doing is this stuff here, which is almost full, filling up now. This bucket's starting to fill up. Once that fills up with the next bucket, I think that's your last bucket, yeah? Today? I don't know, is it? Because we've got some people that would like to see, there's some people that want to see you pan something, yeah. So he'll be over in a second to come and let you see how he does the panning. And let's see if we can find something that's going to actually be gold. Now, I learned a little thing about this. So when you're looking at this, when it's filtering out, any gold that's in there is going to be heavier. So generally when you're doing these, oftentimes what will happen is the gold will sift through all that silty stuff and settle down the bottom, especially when there's water coming through it. So you'll find that when you start panning, your best pan is sometimes at the very bottom. But you still should always pan over the everything that's in there, because it depends on the grade of and the size of your gold, if it's flaky or if it's little balls of gold or whatever it is, or if it's just powdered gold. The powdered gold will be closer to the top, the heavier stuff will be closer to the bottom. If that water wasn't running there, your gold would be sitting randomly everywhere, but because that water's running there, it's going to force it down. That's how it works. So there's some little tricky things you can do if you want to cheat. If you wanted to cheat and really get quickly having a look, you could scoop up the bottom first and pull your pan from the very bottom and see how you went. It doesn't always work that way, but I have tried it that way and it did work for me. Set a goal and intention in the direction in which that goal can be reached. Exactly. That's good. My point is karma is real. What's your name, love? Oh, do you mean my name? I'm Angie. Everybody knows that I'm Angie on my channel, but yeah, my name's Angie. As in the Rolling Stones song, Angie, which I was actually named for that song, actually. I was born a couple of years after it, and I was named Angie as a result of that song coming out. So I do like that song, but I don't like listening to my name being sung. It's kind of creepy if I sing it to myself. It's really weird. Multiple personalities happening. No. Okay, so we're going to show how he's going to put that in here. We've got the water running slowly there. You can hear it crunching. It's starting to crunch. And he'll keep feeding that. And as he feeds that, he'll start to throw all the big stuff down. And the smaller stuff will come through. And here we go. Watch it build up on the edge there. You can see those rocks being thrown off. No, not Rod Stewart. Rolling Stones wrote Angie. Mick Jagger. I get them confused though. I love Rod Stewart. I'm a big fan of the 70s and 60s and... Well, I'm a big fan of Al Bowley. I bet none of you know who Al Bowley is.
Lean Bear knows who Al Bowley is.
Oh. Lean Bear, do you know who Al Bowley is? Does anyone else know who Al Bowley is? And what era he was from?
Isn't he the one who sang Manny? Did he? Or maybe somebody else?
Midnight and the Stars and You.
Oh, that's somebody else.
Al Bowley's Midnight and the Stars and You, which was in the movie The Green Mile with Tom Hanks in it. I've remembered it. That's crazy. I've got a bad memory, guys, so sometimes I might remember people and sometimes I won't. I remember how to find gold, though. But that's about all. What time is it here? Around 3:15.
Ah, it's getting a bit late, isn't it?
You've been going for 148 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And you have 365 likes and still 198 people. So if anyone hasn't pressed the like button, please do so. Let's get it up to 400 likes and break his record. I'm just sitting back, enjoying the outdoors and things like this. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's a dead plant, but it's pretty. I like stuff like that. It's really cool. Shout out to Canada. I actually like Canada. I've got a t-shirt. I'm actually wearing a jacket that says Canada right now. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Shall we shot the t-shirt for Canada?
Oh, I don't know. They might not, it might not, I don't know if they can read it. Hold on. See, Canada. It's backwards, but C-A-N-A-D-A.
It's even got the Canadian maple leaf there. That's really cool.
Yep, Canada. That's my favourite jacket. I wear it all the time. And people would probably be wondering, do I ever wash it? Yes, I do. I wash it at night and I put it back on in the morning. It probably won't last another 10 years, but it's one of the best jackets I've ever had. Bought it from an op shop. It cost me $2. Best jacket. Warm as anything. Canada's got beautiful scenery too.
It sure does. Yeah.
Brett, if you want to see what I look like, you're most welcome to go and have a look at my channel and watch me working with my horses. But don't anticipate. Like I said, expect nothing. Expect nothing and you cannot be disappointed. Please, expect nothing. It's the gold you want to see. The gold is what you want to see. Here we go. Some big rocks coming through now. There's some big chunky ones, so let's wash them off. Canada has Niagara Falls. It does, exactly. Canadian flag is cool. Yes, it is, yep. 11:14 in Colorado. 1:14 a.m. in Georgia. That's Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. How you going? Now listen, guys. Make sure you subscribe.
Not my Rachel. This is just a Rachel.
Oh,
It's not my Rachel.
Oh,
Yeah. This is Rachel from Georgia.
Oh, cool. Hi, Rachel from Georgia.
Green wave. Why are you saying boo, Georgia? Go Tennessee. Tennessee makes good whiskey.
They surely do.
Jack Daniels, Tennessee whiskey. World famous. The only thing in Australia that's really famous is Bundaberg rum. But it tastes like crap. I wouldn't recommend it. I shouldn't say that in case they ever wanted to sponsor him. Got to be careful.
No, that's okay.
So how much more have we got in your bucket over there left? Let's have a look. And look how much we got here. It's still coming through.
On the slurry chute, this is the excess that comes off. So this is the tailings on the slurry chute. We will be doing, I'm going to be running these back through. But what we want to do is in a moment, after we finish this bucket, we're going to get on to doing some panning of that stuff.
Yeah, so that moss down the back there, all that right down the back, I can't see it, but you can see that little black bit of matting? That's what we're hoping is catching all the gold. So when he's going to pan, he'll pull that out and he'll pop that on the pan and he'll rinse it off and clean it up and then he'll go and pan that.
Exactly.
And the other mat that's just down here, you can see there, he'll also pan that as well. And then later on, he will go through the tail ends of that concentrate and check all that out as well. And it won't be taking too long to pan now because there's not too much to have to classify or do anything with. That's already been done through here. What days do you go live?
We're trying to do, if not every day, every other day.
Yeah. So if not daily, every second day. But it does also depend on the weather and things like that as well. Because you don't want to be out in a lightning storm doing it. And if this creek goes crazy, you don't want to come down here and, well, you wouldn't be able to get over here if the creek went berserk. You literally can't get, when this creek is at full height, so up where that top of that bank is, you don't want to be sitting where I am right now. You would not be alive. you would drown.
That's right.
It's deadly, this creek. But it's very rare that it gets that high.
Yeah.
–93°F. That sounds like nice weather, Rachel. That sounds good.
Very nice weather.
What accent is this, madame? Well, bush accent.
Yeah.
What you hear when you're out in the bush. Somebody that speaks like me is from the bush. We are not from the city. From the bush, yeah. I've lived in the city, but I've always retained my original bush accent.
Yep.
Or should I say farm accent? Anything that's not to do with concrete jungles like the big cities. Okay, so it's going to clear that off.
Now that's a really nice looking piece of quartz. I rarely see quartz looking like this. We have, through that, it looks like a bit of ironstone shot through that quartz. And as we all know, contact layers, you want to be checking that. That's suspect for gold. I'm going to be keeping that right close to my heart inside this little pocket here. Here we go. I want to detect that. That looks good too. Let's go through these tailings a little bit there. There we go. I'll pull them off. And
Was it heavy?
it's a bit heavy. It sure is.
Yeah. So oftentimes if you feel like it's heavier than it should be, and if you work around quartz and pick quartz up all the time, you'll soon learn what's heavy and what's not. But being heavy doesn't necessarily mean gold. It could be that you just got ironstone inside. But it can be a very good indicator. It was like 80 degrees, still around 11 a.m. to Victor. Oh,
Wow.
sounds like is that a good temperature, Fahrenheit? 80?
It's a bit warm. Yeah,
Bit warm?
very good.
I have no idea because I'm used to Celsius. I'm also just used to it's bloody cold or it's bloody hot. Forget about what they say on the Fahrenheit or Celsius. It's either bloody hot or bloody cold or it's okay.
That's right.
3 temperatures that I have. Okay, here comes some more huge rocks coming through. Washing. Getting a little bit splashed. Okay, guys, we're almost at 400 likes. So if there's anybody there can help us push it up, we need 12 more people. And then he's going to be, that would be your record, wouldn't it? That would be his record for ever getting any likes. So if you can help out, be part of history, that'd be fantastic.
Thank you.
We've got 10 to go. Super dark where you're at. Yeah, you're on the probably on the other side of the world to me. It is winter. It is winter here. And actually, by default, the soils of this land are red. Actually, a lot of countries have really red soil. Africa's one. And they find a lot of gold. Africa's well known for gold and also for diamonds. Okay.
Okay, we got a little bit more to run, but
We've got a little bit more, and then we're close to doing a pan very soon. Is that that's the last of it? Yep.
And what we're going to do, I'll rerun the tailings over here on the slurry, and then we'll come back through and then we'll do the next.
So not too much longer and we will get through this. 10:22 p.m. over there. But you know what amazes me is I can be watching the moon here and there can be someone on the other side of the world looking at the same moon. How does that happen? Nobody can explain it to me. I don't know. I think I'm in a time warp or something. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But it happens a lot. Like I could be talking to Greenwave, for instance, and say, is the moon out where you are? He'll see, like, yeah. And it happened with Beard, actually. But I said, oh, there's a moon up in my sky. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning and the moon was out. And then he says, yeah, look, it's out here. And he shows me his moon. And I'm like, how come your moon is... I can see your moon. But I could. Flat Earth? That is one possibility. I've considered that. I've actually considered that. Or we could be on the back of a giant turtle spinning through outer space like some people think.
It could be.
I'd like it if that was what it was, because that would be nice to know that that's what we're doing. We're riding a giant turtle. What a way to go.
Yeah.
How did you guys find Pluto being... Was it Pluto that they said wasn't a planet? Or was it Jupiter? One of them. They cancelled one of the planets and called it something else. I don't know what happened. I'm right into space, by the way, guys. So sometimes if you do go on my channel, you will see me talking about black holes and such things as the infinity symbol, which can totally baffle human beings badly. Here we come with the concentrates now. He's just getting them in the bucket.
And so we're just going to rerun these and then we'll get to the mat.
Yep. Pluto is a planetoid. So did they not give the planet name back to it? We are all time travellers. Yeah, we probably are. Well, we are. We're travelling through time continuously. We always were, we always will be, and we always won't be. All at once. Like that movie, Evelyn Everywhere All at Once. That was fantastic. That was a great movie. Have you found any gold yet? I've been away for a couple of hours. We did find a little bit in one pan in the tailings, just a very small bit. So we're just going to run through this slot again, and then we're going to do the actual matting.
Material.
Yep, yeah. the actual pay dirt stuff.
Yep, that's right.
How are your hands going? Are they going okay? Very cold? Yeah. I don't know how he does it. I'd put my finger in there and scream. There's no way. I'm wearing gloves and my fingers are freezing now, and I'm wearing gloves. So we need telescopes, yeah. Gold does come from outer space, yeah, it does. Rocky type planets are called terrestrial. You guys are very knowledgeable. I really am not knowledgeable. We've got 407 likes. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, thank you guys so very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Thanks, William, for alerting me. I was getting a bit involved in the talk about space. I've got to concentrate. This is not the space channel. This is the gold channel. But sometimes while we're waiting to look for gold, it's good to talk about other interests that people have as well. You know.
That's right.
And there are a lot of people who do hobbies that are very similar to gold fossicking, like opal mining and things like that. And they know a lot as well. And the same principles can be used for the same kind of thing.
That's right.
So if you have any knowledge, feel free to share it,
Yes.
because everybody can learn.
Yes. Thank you. So here comes the nice smooth stuff.
Yeah. So this is like making a chocolate milkshake, only crunchy. And here it goes. Do you guys get that ad in your country? Just like a chocolate milkshake, only crunchy. The Cocoa Pops ad. They may not have it anymore. I haven't watched television for a while. Women do jobs that kill our nerves. Yeah. You know what? I happen to agree with you on that because often the physical work gets left to the men. There are some women like me who do physical work and are good at it, but most women don't, and the men do get worn out. So when your husband gets old and his knees don't work anymore and he's worked for 40 years feeding the family, look after him. Don't put him in a nursing home. Take care of him. This is solid advice for life. Here comes some more stuff, and it does look like a watered down chocolate milkshake. Oh, should that bucket be back under there again, or are you leaving it?
No, this all goes on the ground.
Okay.
And I'll pan it later.
Yep.
What I want to do is I want to make sure that this slurry, there's no little fragments of gold left in that slurry, so that's why we're running it twice. Yep.
Yep. Thanks, William. Appreciate that. And Lean Bear, thank you. Appreciate that, guys.
Make sure you subscribe to Lean Bear.
Sometimes women are useful, especially when we keep talking and don't shut up. We can think of things that might be better than just watching paint dry or something like that. The inside of a trommel's a really interesting thing, though. When you do watch it, you can get mesmerised by it because if you watch it, it constantly changes the way that it flips and flutters around. And you can see different rocks behave differently. If you watch it, it teaches you how things behave, how certain rocks behave and what sizes. What it can do is let you know a lot about the behaviour of the river. Because even though the river doesn't spin around like this, it does spin around when there's heavy waters and it goes round in an eddy kind of shape, and it produces like a whirlpool and it flings the gold around. And you can see how things flick out on the side, what comes out first and what comes out last, and what doesn't come out.
That's right. And see, Camera Girl here, she comes from the coast. She comes from the beaches. So where she's from, she remembers dealing with things like riptides in the ocean, and she's ridden horses on shores and things. So she knows quite a bit about hydrodynamics herself.
Oh yeah, you can die very quickly in the riptides at certain places, and you've got to watch the rips. It's pretty bad. I haven't been to a beach for several years now, though. Would like to go again, but one day. But yeah, and the other thing I used to do a lot when I was younger, instead of looking for gold, we used to look for abalones and lobsters. That was quite an art as well. You had to know how to find them, and you had to be able to breathe long enough to get down in the cave to get them. And then get back out, not drown. That was fun though. I was lucky in being able to do that. Had about 4 years of my life where I was right near a beach and I was able to do all that. It was great.
Very lucky.
And here's an analogy for people. Gold is like a drowning person. When you're in a river, if somebody drowns in a river, I know it sounds terrible, but that does happen. They can tell you pretty much, the people who follow the way the river goes and the water goes, they'll tell you where that person's going to wash up. Gold is the same. I probably shouldn't have used such a morbid thing, but it's something that helps you understand that the people who know what they're doing, they know about how everything works in the rivers. So you get a lot of people out here that fish in the rivers, they'll know where gold is too. They might not be searching for gold, but they'll be able to tell you where certain things happen that you're looking for. So if you're a gold hunter and you want to look for certain things, ask a fisherman what happens on the river. And they will help you find good locations to go and find gold. And you can share your secret with them that you're going to find gold, or you can just keep it to yourself, but they will know. Someone who's out on the river all the time will know where to look.
Okay, we're about halfway through this bucket now. We're going to keep powering through. Just going to make sure we're covering as much as we possibly can. And hopefully we're going to get some gold today, okay? Thank you guys so much. And remember, Camera Girl's channel is called Nervous Rider. That's 2 words, Nervous Rider. Let's give her a big helping today and subscribe to her channel. And I appreciate you all being here, and I'm appreciating the wonderful help I'm getting today. You guys are fantastic. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. We've got 422 likes. That's fantastic.
Wow.
And we've still got 190 people. So Kerry asks, have you found any gold yet? Well, a little bit earlier through some old tailings. So this will be the test here, because this is the dirt we haven't tested. That hasn't been done. So when he gets through putting this last bit of tailings through, which is almost there, we're down to the last part of the bucket. I'll show you. So that's all we got left. And the bottom of that is where you're going to find the gold.
Yep.
Most likely. So most of the gold will probably come out in that last little bit. And there's what's left over once we go through it so many times. So when it's on the ground like that, it doesn't look like much. But there could still be gold there. There could still be. There could even still be gold sitting somewhere in the bottom of there. Actually, are you shitting me? I think there's a piece of gold right here.
You see it?
I think is that gold, or is that just a speck? No, it might not be. Is that gold? I can't tell. My glasses aren't very good.
I don't think
Just looks like a yellow rock. Oh,
it does look like it, yeah.
I'm hopeless. Sorry to make everybody excited, but it wasn't. It was just a rock that looked a bit like gold.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Yeah.
Rachel says, I feel like you are both about to find some good gold. I feel it in my spirit all the way to my bones.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
Let's hope that's going to happen. I think he'll get something. He'll get at least something out of this. I'll be very shocked if you don't,
Yeah, I will too.
given where you've dug. Tyler Yosko. Hi, Tyler. You says, I metal detect but have found gold panning in... Is PA's Pennsylvania, isn't it?
I think so,
Just little flakes of glacial gold. Yeah. Little flakes are good because little flakes come off of big chunks.
Yep.
So if you're finding the little flakes, you trace it back. Yep.
Right.
And here it comes, some more of it. And we've got, it's going to help move that down there. Move that down there. So we can see what's cut. So that's pretty much it then.
All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to do the clean out. So pretty much, if you were following along before, and I appreciate you guys following along because it helps, because that means I can teach you, and you guys can teach us as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to clean out the trommel, so that means from the top to the bottom, from the hopper, down through the centrifuge, down through the retaining ring, the screen, and on the little catchment over here on where the tailings come out. We're going to clean all that off, and then once all that's cleaned off and we know that there's no more material inside the trommel or on the trommel or under the trommel or over it, that means we can start working on the mats and we can see what we got. Okay, so stick around. Thank you guys so much.
And William Allen's just said, I believe the spot that you were all at yesterday, just before the video ended, you will find more gold there.
I think you're right about
Yeah,
that. Thank you so
I
much,
think so
William.
too.
Thanks for coming back today.
There's a snake or lizard in the grass behind you. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of snakes around here. I have trodden over the top of many a eastern brown snake and almost been killed many times over. I actually have had my cat drop a baby eastern brown that was about maybe 30 centimetres long straight onto my toes when I had no shoes on. He brought it in the kitchen and dropped it on me, and it was going berserk, and I nearly got bit. I was lucky because the babies will kill you quicker than the adult.
They sure will.
But yeah, there's a lot of snakes and lizards out here. We get a lot of big dragons, bearded dragons. We get a lot of blue tongue lizard, things like that. Little skinks and things. I have seen a goanna down here once, but I've only ever seen one goanna in 10 years. And he took one look at me, hissed at me, and then off he went. I was like, okay, I understand you well. I left him alone because they've got teeth like a gummy shark. That's like a razor plate. If they bite you, it'll slice your finger off like a razor blade. You don't want to get bit by a goanna. And you don't want to get bit by a wombat either. They hurt. And the echidnas are funny too because they come down this creek bed and if you try to pick them up, they're like the strongest suction cup ever. If you ever wanted to make a suction cup, study an echidna. If they decide they're not going off the ground, you can be the strongest man on the planet and you won't budge them. They can literally tie you to the ground.
They can.
And you cannot get up if you're trying to pull them up.
That's exactly right.
You got to move under their foot and let them slip under, and then you can get them. But you don't ever want to really be touching any wildlife, that's for sure. But I've had to rescue a few off the road where they've flattened themselves, and Josh has had to rescue many off the road. He's rescued a lot more than me.
Yep, they're all over the place, yeah.
They are. And we used to have an albino echidna that used to hover around years ago. It was completely white.
Yeah, he was cute. I remember him. Very elusive little creature.
He was, yeah. He ran for about 2 years and then he just disappeared. We don't know what happened to him. But we do see a lot of them wandering around. Brooklyn, we're about to find some gold fairly soon if you hold on just a little bit. Ah, that's cool, Rachel. It won't be too much longer. He's just going to clean up this and get this all
Yep, so we're going to
set
pop
up.
out that retention ring now very carefully. We're going to put it in the pan over there. You can stay where you are. So just got to dip it off. Because gold can stick to that. And right into the pan, just like that. Alrighty, put that over here. And now it's going to get some flushes going up into there.
So it's cleaning that right out and see how that gets right up into those paddles so that you don't get anything stuck under there.
That's right.
How cold does it get? It can get around -6 on a really cold winter night, morning. Cold enough where I have actually literally been able to skate in my horse paddock
Yep,
with gumboots on.
you definitely have.
And the ice was frozen solid. It was probably about maybe 5 centimetres deep. That's very cold.
Oh yeah.
Now he's just had to rescue that pan.
There we go. Well, that's really good.
Rightio.
Okay,
Now,
guys,
weren't
so-
you going to lift that back as well or no?
Yeah, well, we're definitely going to do that. What I want to do first is I want to take anything big that's on here and I want to dip it directly into the pan because
Give it a
the
clean off.
mindset you want to have is basically anything on this end is suspect to have gold still stuck on it. So what you want to do is you want to carefully take any mats that you've got and sitting there, any material, take that and directly pop it in your pan just like so. We may actually check a few things before we actually do the mats. So we'll check this external mat, just here. See what's come off of it, but also
All right.
come around here. We're going to pop our pan just over here, and let's see the top of that thing too. And what we'll do is I'm going to take some water, some fresh water, and I'm going to actually dip it. Get the stuff dipped off the end there, and we're going to check these. See how that runs just directly down to the pan?
So it's getting right into the pan there.
All these little contact points where the material comes in contact with the trommel, you got to treat it like there might be gold on it. Very important. Okay, so here's where we're going to start with the panning. So I'm going to quickly do this while we have Nervous Rider sitting here with the camera. Stratify. And bring it down like that. And take a little bit off of there. Now, you take it and just fill it with this clean water we got here. And repeat the process. That way, if anything else falls off the trommel, it's going to fall directly off the chute into the pan. Okay. I want to thank you all for being here. You've been massive help today.
Yeah, very great help. And we've got 436 likes. You reckon we can make 450? I reckon we can.
Oh, that'd be great, everybody, if you could.
I reckon we can. Doesn't hurt to give a like. Doesn't cost anything. But what it does do is it does help with the algorithm, and it helps keep the channel rolling, and then perhaps get some better equipment if necessary, or
That's right.
some new batteries or something like that. Things
also
wear out easily out here
and
too.
It can also, for Camera Girl here, it can help her pay for hay for her horses.
Yes, it can keep me feeding my horses.
And just helps keep us going. So thank you so much. All your likes and support. And everyone talking. That's I like to have people talking on this channel. It's really good. Wonderful, supportive community.
Yeah, everybody's actually really talking about their experiences and what they do and what they've tried, and it's really great that everyone's able to sort of talk between themselves. There's nothing in there.
That's right. Well, that's good. We want nothing in that one because we want all the gold to be caught in the mats.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right, we're ready to check mat 1.
Rightio. Here we go.
Okay. So how we do that is we're going to lift up this, we call it an apron. Lifting up that apron, and here's all of our pay dirt right here.
Yeah, so that's nice and chunky. There's a lot of stuff in there. Well, it's not chunky as in rocky, but there's a very thick and concentrated, yeah, which is good.
This is a very important mat, and the way that I want to work this mat is not simply by putting it into the pan. What I want to do is I want to come over here and I want to fill this with water, but I want to stick the pan down the middle.
Maybe just get the bucket to fill the water in.
Yep, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
So basically, I want to keep that as level as possible.
It's a lot easier to move that than that plastic because that's going to break. And that, yeah, there we go. We probably need another bucket for that.
Good thinking. Okay. Fill that up with water. What we want to do is make sure.
Hi, Blackbird. How you doing? Hi, Opal Guy from Victoria. How you doing?
We're just getting ready to
How you
do
doing,
the clean
Jacob?
out now, guys. So you're just
Thanks,
in time.
Kerry. Kerry liked and subscribed. Thank you very much, Kerry.
Thank you all. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you. All right. So we're going to take this pan.
Thank you, Neilbone. Neilbone84. $5. I hope you get some big gold. Thank you very much.
Oh, my goodness.
Fantastic.
Let's give him a love heart there. Thank you so much. 884 Neilbone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is tremendous. Thank you so very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
And that
Every little bit helps.
That one's going to Camera Girl today, so it's going to Nervous Rider. So thank you so much.
Thank you very
Incredible.
much.
All right, we're going to take this.
Wow, guys, we're at 460 likes. Let's make 500. That'll be an absolute world record
Oh, my goodness.
for
Thank
this
you
channel.
guys so much. That is incredible. We're going to carefully remove this mat because it's one of the most important mats. All right, we're going to take that and we're going to take it over our panning station. First thing we want to do is just get it down in there very safely, just like that.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. It's all the way down there.
468, guys. This is fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so very much.
Thanks, Kerry, for reminding me because I keep forgetting. I look up now and again. I keep forgetting. It's hard because I'm trying to focus on what I'm showing you as well as do all the chat. It can get pretty crazy sometimes. There's so many of you in here. So many good comments and things to read. Thanks, Tyler. Tyler says you guys seem like awesome people. I hope you guys find a big one. Oh, yeah, we do too. Thank you.
I hope we do too. Thank you.
Victor says, I can't stop watching now. You're addicted, Victor. You're addicted to gold. You've got gold fever.
That's right. Thank you.
And that's what Josh is wanting to do is as well, aside from everything, is to inspire people who really don't have a lot of money but want to do something that could be productive but is fun.
Yes.
And you can do this anywhere. The other thing is if you're not in an area where there is gold, there are people who actually sell gold in pay dirt. You can get it on eBay and other places. And you can have some fun, and they might sell you a gram of gold in a pay dirt bucket. Might cost you a little bit more than what you'll pay for a gram of gold, but the fun is in the panning and finding that gold for yourself. And it's a great gift to give if you've got children or, you know what, elderly people love it too. People that are like in their 80s and 90s that have never done gold panning, you give them a pay dirt bag and a gold pan, they're going to come alive.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
So it's a great thing if you can't actually find gold and you want to have the experience of finding gold. Yeah, it's a little bit like cheating, a little bit, but it's good to get that idea of what it looks like too, because it can be hard to know what it looks like until you're actually in person looking at it.
Exactly.
You can see it on the screen a million times, but when you see it in person, it's very different.
Oh, yeah.
And the feeling is really crazy, like when you find it. I remember the first time I found the first speck of gold, I nearly died. What's happening there? Oh, it's that caught on there. Let's see. Is there a rock stuck in there or something? Making a bit of a sound. Let's see what's going on with the trommel. Making a little bit of a sound.
That's all right.
It's all right. It's not too bad. Someone actually commented and said to you that it's so good that you have a quiet trommel that doesn't make a lot of sound.
Well, that's the key. If we can figure out, and if you guys stay tuned on the channel, I am going to teach you guys how to build a 12-volt trommel with a windshield wiper motor in a battery setup just like this. The whole idea is work in stealth and work efficiently as well, you know.
Yeah.
We want to get a solar panel for this thing so we can keep running and keep recharging those batteries. So that's a good point. Thank you very much.
And Ian, thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming.
You're always welcome, Ian. You're always a good man. Everybody, subscribe to Ian because Ian's got a beautiful channel and he's a musician. Like Lean Bear, he's a musician and just a creative man. Does wonderful things, and he's a very wonderful person as well.
Okay, so this is mat 2 now.
Okay, second mat coming out. Hope Trixie's having a good day there, Ian. Cod Fishing 180 says, I'm looking forward to seeing how to build one. Yeah, it's quite a feat. I've watched many a trommel experiment over the years, and
a lot of them have failed.
Some have failed. We did a giant one. Well, he did a giant one that was so long. I said, "This is ridiculous." It was barrel after barrel. It was probably 30 foot long. I just went, "You can't even take this." You couldn't tow it with a truck. It was too big. I was like, "This isn't going to work."
That's right. And finally, things got narrowed down to a little bit smaller. So.
Yeah, like 10 times smaller. It was literally like 10 times bigger than this thing. Huge.
Exactly.
It was 44-gallon drums all lined up together, about 8 of them or something. It was crazy. He was thinking big, but he was thinking too big.
A little bit too big, that's right.
It'd be something you'd use if you had a backhoe to dig a hole and put it through that.
That's right.
18 more likes. Yeah, that's it. 18 more till we get to 500 likes.
Incredible. I can't wait.
It's crazy.
Thank you guys so much.
So Brooklyn asks you, do you sell the gold?
Sometimes if I get just enough I do, but it hasn't been a while, and I'm hoping this trommel is going to produce a whole lot more. So thank you for the question. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to give the trommel just a very quick...
Sorry, we're getting confused there. That was a bit of a weird movement. But anyway, we're all good.
Make sure we got everything coming off of these little aprons. and slip plates and things coming right down into the
So
pan
it's
there.
coming back in there.
And hopefully
Won't miss any of it.
we're going to get to see a bit of the shiny stuff today.
It takes a long time. So Brooklyn, it does take a long time to find gold, and sometimes you could dig for months on end and only get a gram of gold. Or you could dig for 2 days and get 20 grams. Or you could walk through the paddock and kick your toe on a rock and look down and it's a gold nugget and you've got an ounce. It just is so random. You can never tell what's going to happen. But you've got a good chance if you know how to look for it. So if you watch what Josh does, you'll learn how to read a river and how to look for gold. And there's a few other people on the channel that are really good. William's one. That if we're busy doing this, William can probably give you some advice on things.
Yep.
He knows what he's doing. And yeah, it's all very much knowing where to look. And then the rest of it is just learning a few techniques like what he's doing here. He's just moving that around and making it
So just
loosen
basically
up.
loosening up the gold, that's right, and allowing the heavy materials to fall to the bottom. Process of liquefaction, stratification, allowing anything heavy to fall to the bottom of that pan. You're absolutely right.
Ed Martinez says, is that moonshine?
I wish.
If it was, we wouldn't be standing up. We'd be lying on the ground going, ugh. No, it's not moonshine. It would be cool if it was, though. We'd be making a lot more money, probably.
Exactly. Now, when you're doing your concentrates, everyone, you want to make sure you're over some kind of a bucket. Some people prefer to just do it over the water, over the river or the lake. Sometimes I'll do that. But since we've been running Trommel, I think we want to be a little bit more careful with these concentrates. So to get it under that water, stratify.
Have you heard of Dan Hurd?
Dan Hurd Prospecting.
Yes.
Excellent. That's
Opal guy.
That's another.
Said that?
That's another fantastic resource. Dan Hurd Prospecting is a great channel. Ask Jeff Williams is a fantastic
He's
channel.
in British Columbia.
Two Toes is also another great channel, great resource.
Welcome back, Lucifer. Good to see you.
Bogus Prospecting in Australia.
Regina.
Shano's Gold Rush is
Hi,
great.
Regina.
Shano's Gold Rush.
ER Transport, g'day. Comments a little strange, but g'day anyway. Hope you're having a good one. Ed Martinez, hi. Hanaya Kiyina, hi. Brooklyn, hi. I don't know if I said hi earlier. There's someone from Korea waving and saying hi.
Hi.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. Very cool. Domo arigato.
That was Japanese.
Yeah. I think. Okay.
Arigato is Japanese. Konnichiwa is hello in Japanese. I can never remember hello in South Korea. I'm studying South Korean language and
Now,
I can never remember how to say hello.
Lean Bear is excellent.
Yeah, he's in Korea.
He's very good. He's very good. So he's a great resource.
Yeah, Lean Bear, I'm going to have to ask you to help me learn how to speak Korean because I've asked my friend Hwangjun, whose channel I go on regularly, and he's good at English but not good enough to be able to sort of understand enough to be able to teach. But yeah, I'll learn somehow.
Okay, now let's get these concentrates
Daniel
down.
Parker, Regina, hang on, Regina Boyland, hi Regina, CL, hi. Andrew Klug from Sheffield, UK. Welcome, Andrew.
Wow, welcome, all the way from the UK. Excellent. And let's hope the UK can rid itself of Keir Starmer,
Yeah, and
Very
anybody
soon.
else who wants to be a problem.
evil dictator.
Do you send notifications before you go live?
No, and here's the thing, guys.
You never know the weather out here.
You kind of gotta watch your notifications because my theory is sometimes I'll come out here and if I'm not quiet, I'll scare the gold away. Same principle to you guys. If I'm not quiet about it and you don't see that notification pop up, well, I might scare you away. So I want to keep it organic and I want to just keep it. I kind of just show up, just kind of like gold. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good question.
Fred. Hi, Fred. How you doing? Doran Finn. How you doing? Hang on, I missed a whole heap of people.
But make sure you
Hi, JFK.
With that though, make sure you guys do turn on notifications if you are subscribed. That way you don't miss a stream. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Brooklyn, I said hi, Brooklyn. Yeah.
Oh, hi.
YouTube hater, pay dirt for sale. Yes, they do sell it. Check out eBay. You can buy it on eBay. You can buy it on other places too, but they do sell it on eBay. And yeah, it just helps you with learning how to pan and how to perfect your panning before you go out in the wilderness and start panning.
Exactly. Now,
Kendrick asks a good question here. Where is the best place to look for gold in a river?
best place to look for gold in a river? It depends. Sometimes a river that is completely straight, you don't have bends, but what you have in the middle is your high pressure zone where your high velocity is pushing gold through. It's not going to mostly settle out there unless you've got an obstruction like a boulder or something like that. Best place to look is on the sides of your river because those are your low pressure zones. So think about it, low pressure zones you want to check. Your high pressure zones, not so much unless you've got bedrock that runs perpendicular to the creek or you have other obstructions. So,
yeah.
Thank you. Good question. Okay, guys.
We're at 500 likes. Thank you so much. That's insane.
Wow.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Thank you guys. That is amazing. Thank you. Oh, wow. I feel so great.
503. Wow.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Can you practice on another material besides gold? You could practice with iron.
I surely could.
You could get some lead balls, lead shot.
Lead shot's good, yep.
Practice with that.
Yep, platinum.
Platinum,
Like
yeah.
that. Yep. Now,
Anything that's a heavy material,
get rid of those big rocks in there.
you can practice with.
So we want to just making sure.
And if you can't find a heavy material, you can just practice with normal rocks and you'll see how it works.
Exactly.
Regardless.
The iron stone will be showing up in there and you'll be able to actually figure out how to go from there. So, but it's a good resource. You know, Dan Hard Prospecting is a great channel. And like I said, Two Toes, Shayna's Gold Rush. There's also, you know, Ask Jeff Williams. Fantastic resources. So it's all out there, guys. All right, now we're actually getting ready to do the reveal now. So we're going to come in and hopefully we haven't missed anything, but I think we're going to be, I'm hoping we're going to be pleasantly surprised.
I think we will be. I think there's going to be quite a...
down. I'm going to tap it up there. I did forget to tap. So we're going to tap.
That's okay. You're probably excited. Here we go.
Okay, there we go. I'm already seeing the gold. Right up there.
So there, we've got gold. Oh yeah, we got a lot.
Okay.
We got a lot of. Yeah, we got a big flake. Sorry, I know it's small.
Oh my gosh.
Big giant piece there.
Oh my gosh.
It's a big piece. So that was worth the wait.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my God. Okay, we got quite a bit coming through. He's now all that work he's done.
Oh.
Now do you see hard work pays off?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's not all that much, but it's still a lot better than what we got earlier.
That's crazy. That's crazy. For what 4 buckets?
Yeah, so you're in the right spot.
Oh man, okay. All right, that is beautiful.
That's good. Now look at that, and there's bigger pieces this time too. So you've got a big, like you got almost a picker there.
Oh.
Good flake there, look at that.
Oh
big
wow.
Flake.
That's gorgeous. It kind of looked bigger though when it was like, when those rocks are behind it. That's kind of always, isn't that the case though? It's always the case.
But well done, congratulations.
Yeah,
good
man.
job.
Thank you guys. This is all your work, guys. And you have been powering us on today, everybody, with their comments and lovely support. And I know there's going to be more down there. So, my gosh, I know we're still on the gold, and this is the important thing. And the longer we run this trommel, the more of this stuff we're going to get. So, out of 4 buckets, that's pretty darn good. And we've also got, if we can see here closer, if we can actually zoom in, there is some super fine stuff in that as well.
Yeah, and actually someone called Captain Farron says, I screen to keep the gold dust too.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Because the dust still adds up.
Exactly.
Everything, and you can smelt it all down
exactly.
and make a gold bar out of it, which is worth your house.
Well, guys, today this is the fruits of all our labor, and you guys have been helping. And without your love and support,
And your patience.
and your patience
because
as well,
you've been just as patient as
you've been waiting to see it. So
Josh has been trying to find this gold. So that's what you got to do. You got to. It takes a bit of patience, but boy, is it worth it. And there's a little bug flying around.
There is. There
Poor
definitely
thing.
is.
Are we going to get him out of it? Is it a
Is
bug
it?
or is it a...
Oh,
no, it's a
I
stick.
don't think so.
I thought it was a bug. It's one of those weird bugs.
So that's just tremendous.
Yeah, and this is the thing. If perseverance, if nothing else, doing gold will teach you that if you persevere, at some point or another, you will come out with some good result.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter what aspect of life you put that to.
Yeah.
It's school, whether it be workplace, whether it be your relationships.
I'm going to suck
all
that
those
up
things. If you apply that kind of attitude, you will get a good result.
Exactly.
Eventually.
Exactly. Wise words. Thank you very much. So we're going to go ahead now, since you guys have been so amazing, we're going to go show you the all-time gold just with the panning. And now that we've added the Trommel gold to it, we're going to get to see the all-time gold.
Just a minute.
Because I know everybody's trying to get to bed and everybody's anxious.
Yeah, you guys are probably half asleep.
Everyone's so tired in America and all over the world.
And guys, don't forget, keep liking if you can, right to the end of the stream. Let's see if we can break 520.
Wow. Yes, please. That would be great. All right, so here's the all-time gold. Guys, this is
right. Are we ready? Everybody that's been watching and waiting, here we go.
All right. Okay. Now this is for you guys. Without your love and support and help and all that, we wouldn't have gotten here. So you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Like a
beautiful.
flash, straight away.
Beautiful. Oh, man. Okay.
And you can see quite some chunky bits there too.
That's right.
Not all fine. There's a few little chunky bits there.
It's just absolutely lovely.
So that's very hard work.
We're hoping to get a whole lot more of this real soon.
Yeah.
But that's for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
So go grab a pan, guys. Go and buy yourself a pan. Doesn't have to be an expensive one. You don't have to buy a Garrett Super Sluicer pan.
That's right.
You can actually literally create a pan out of an ice cream container lid if you really wanted to. As long as it's got a riffle on it, you can do it.
Exactly.
But these kinds of pans are good because they have the deep riffle, so they're easier to work with. But look at that gold colour against that green. You can see it like sticks out like dog's balls again today.
Yep, that's right.
And we've got 524 likes. Let's make it 525 before we have to pack up and go. I've got horses to feed and goats to feed and chickens to feed and animals.
You guys have been so incredible today.
There we go, 525. Thank you so very much. And thank you again to the fellow who gave the $5. Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
And everyone's love and support and help and guidance along the way, we couldn't have gotten here today. So thank you all so very much. Now,
thank you to Lean Bear and William.
Yes, thank you to
the
all
moderators. And what name redacted. Yes.
Name redacted as well. Yeah, that's right.
I remembered.
Got so many wonderful people.
And thank you to people from my channel who came on and gave support. Ian and Greenwave.
Yep.
And if anyone else was here that I didn't see, sorry.
Be sure and subscribe to Nervous Rider, who's the camera girl. She's done a fantastic job today, and without her help, I couldn't have gotten this far.
And thank you. Oh, Neil Bone's giving you $1.50 as well. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. Trust me, that's fantastic.
That's all going camera.
Every little bit helps.
Thank you.
And the other thing, the bonus of it is it's American dollars.
Oh, wow.
So it almost doubles in Australia, kind of, not really, but almost. About a third more.
That's absolutely right. Well, that's just incredible,
guys. So thank you so much. It's very kind. Very, very kind.
You've all done absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that you're all here. Incredible, incredible crowd. I'm so lucky. Now, guys, we're going to have to get heading off because Nervous Rider, she's got horses to feed, and we've got to get
Bye, Brooklyn. Thanks for coming.
Yes, and I just think it's just been incredible today. So.
Oh, one quick question.
Yep.
Can someone tell me how much does that weigh? Oshua86 says.
This is probably about 0.9. We're probably getting very
You're probably
close to a gram.
I
We're probably
reckon.
getting very close to a gram
Yeah,
now. So
very close, yeah.
thank you so much for the question.
Thanks, William, for subscribing to me. I appreciate that.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And listen, we're going to try to get out here, if not every day, every other day. So sometimes Nervous Rider, Camera Girl, has some other things to do. She has her own channel, and she's got horses and chickens and things. So it's sometimes we can't have her all the time, but as much times as she likes to come out and help, she's more than welcome to, because I couldn't have gotten this far without your help today, Nervous Rider.
Yeah, no
Camera
problem.
Girl, so thank you so much. Okay, guys, I hate goodbyes, but I want to leave you all with just a final thought, and that is, if you're ever feeling depressed and you just want to try something new, consider not trying drugs, because that can ruin your life. Something like this can enhance your life. Get out there, get yourself a gold pan, get a gold detector, and just have a go at it. Have a crack at it and see what you can do, because it can get you, it can get healthy, it can improve your health, it can improve your mental well-being, and bring a friend with you as well. You know, creates and helps community as well. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that, and you all have a beautiful evening, beautiful morning, wherever you are in the world, and take care of yourselves. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening
We'll show them the gold
and a great day. Oops. And more gold, they can stay with you as the stream ends.
Thank